Hello, hello. So today we are continuing our adventure in sorcery. So last time we left off, we had just left Kare. We managed to, in the end, save Kare, but it came at a cost. And that was our total stamina. We ended up going back in time 3 times, which was the limit. Had we not found the last clue the last time, we were warned this was our last chance. But we found the clues. We were told, I believe, that we should expect 7 dangers or 7 enemies or something. Once we left Kare in the backlands, is it? Don't know what that means exactly, but I guess we'll find out. Let me show you the game actually in a moment because I don't. Uh-oh. Couldn't find any local save data from the previous episode. Uh-oh. Okay. Just real quick then. While you guys can't see my screen, and hopefully, yes, I'm just going to check. Oh gosh, when did I stream this? It would have been not last time, but the time before that, yeah? So that was yesterday. I'm going to try to mute this. There we go. Yeah, so at the end. Oh, I'm sure I muted. Stop that. Don't know if you could hear that. Hopefully you couldn't. If you could, that's fine. To be fair. Let's see, where is... Oh, I went a bit too far. Checking the stream bot to see if I can find the thing. Okay, so... Skip a bit ahead. I believe the code comes at the very end, yeah? If I... Oh, that was a bit too far. Okay, let that play, I suppose. Because I don't actually remember what the code was. Oh. No, did it come before that then? Maybe before... Oh, yeah, okay. It was just... Okay, yep, that's fine. Okay. Misa. Okay, I've got that. So... Oh, that's actually kind of cool. When you input the name is the same as the spell things. Okay. Continue. Okay. 10 stamina, 0 gold, 0 rations. Yep. Save Kara from the marsh goblins and heard the riddle of the sleepless ram. That sounds about right, yeah. Continue adventure. Night falls on this, the 8th day of your journey from Analand. To the east, mighty mountains and claw at the stars. You stand on the edge of Badu Bak, a wild and evil place. Oh, Badu Bak was... yeah, that's where we... Beyond lies Mampang, fortress, the Archmage, and the Crown of Kings. I don't know why. For some reason, my brain didn't realize that that wasn't the end of the sentence. I was just staring at that and went, wait, but that's an odd place to end the sentence before I realized, oh right, there's more. My brain is apparently not really with me today either, but I guess what's new at this point? Oh jeez. The path has been long. It has indeed. Leaving the hills, you journeyed into Caria and saved it from destruction by the goblins. You were captured by slavers, and you faced an army of enchanted werewolves as they sought to overthrow the first noble. Oh, is it the Backlands? Okay, I'm confused about names of places. The Backlands are different. But I'm guessing no less dangerous. But the plains of Badubak will be different. Once, long ago, this land thrived, prospering in the warm shadow of the Fortress of Sorcerers, high in Zanzunu peaks, and something changed. They say the last refugee to reach Kare declared only, "They are all gone." The north gate was sealed and the Backlands left to die. Now the gates stand open. Didn't I close them though? Or did everyone just... No, I somehow used the gates to kill all the goblins? Is that how it ended? I don't know. Anywho. I mean, we got out of there. So yeah. They whisper that the land beyond the gates is cursed. No one from the young country of Analand has ever crossed this wilderness before. You will be the first. The old world is counting on you. But already, you have no food and no gold. This stage of your journey will be punishing. You cannot turn back. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Steve Jackson's Sorcery. Part 3, 7 Serpents. The 7 enemies! Oh no. Okay, right. Yeah, so our stamina is just maximum 17. I don't know if that can be raised again by some means. But I guess we'll find out. Let's see, can I... No. Cannot pray to the... Okay. I guess maybe after we've continued I can pray. Can I pray now? No. Still not. That's okay. Good evening there, tiny sorcerers. I'm currently working at the house. I cannot really stay, so have a good stream until I am done. Oh, I hope work goes well. Thank you for stopping by for even a moment, Mundle. I hope the working on the house goes well. We shall see you when we're done, perhaps. But it's lovely to see you nonetheless. The stones of the old road disappear under a layer of dust and sand. At your back looms the great wall of the city port of Kare. Ahead, there's nothing but an empty waste in the night. Is there any point in readying my sword? I can look back. Cast a glance at the city port. It is quiet, but for the sound of baying wolves. All trace of the goblins have gone. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, the werewolf army, I don't know what they're gonna do. They could still wreak some havoc in Kari, I suppose, with Vic. Who knows? Look up at the stars. You turn your gaze from Kari to the stars, wondering what fresh secrets they may hold, this far from the walls of Analand. Yeah. Still can't pray. I guess that button lights up, kind of. And I can actually pray. Every step along the broken road takes you further from safety and into the unknown. Something, the wail perhaps, sets your senses tingling. You're not alone out here. Is that the screech of a bird you hear, or a distant scream? Draw my sword. Trusting your instincts, you draw your broadsword. At your back, you hear the rush of wings and the call of a gigantic bird. A moment later, a ferocious nighthawk has plunged from the sky, talons outstretched for your neck. Uh-oh. That looks pretty cool, though. Roll aside, I think. Try to roll aside, but you're too slow. Sharp talons rake down your back. Bird wheels up into the sky to rejoin its group. You count 4 birds circling, ready to attack. Let's cast a spell, I think. I already don't have a lot of stamina, so I need to be very careful here. What can I even do? Mag? Oh, I don't think that's gonna help me. They didn't seem to be magical birds. I don't think, anyways. That's definitely not gonna help me. Pop? Crit explosions. Possibly not what I need. Oh. Wait, what? Huh? Okay, I don't know what that was. That's probably fine. Summon darkness. Isn't it already dark? I don't think that's gonna help me. W. I can create an invisible wall. I guess they can just go over it. I don't know if that's gonna help me either. Oh no, that's just fog. I don't think that's gonna help me. What's this? Fix. Cause fixedness. Whatever that means. Oh no, that's just cause explosions, I remember. It doesn't really look like magic is gonna help me here, does it? What was that again? Would they be intelligent creatures? Let's try it, I guess. Birds are screaming down out of the sky just as you complete your spell, then suddenly they freeze in mid-air and begin to beat their wings in a terrible confusion. You have control of their will, but what use will you turn it into? Order them to carry me to Mampang? Somehow I feel like that's not gonna work. Could get them to attack each other or just fly away. I think the safest thing is probably just to have them fly away, isn't it? Because maybe that could somehow backfire on me. I've only got 5 stamina to work with. Can I? No. I'm gonna tell them to fly away. Order them to fly away southwards, and the creatures obediently wheel in the sky and beat up into the air. Dust myself off. Oh. You dust yourself off and prepare to set off once more, but you have counted your winnings too soon. A moment later, they have wheeled around, flying faster now and screaming down for your blood. You set your stance and ready your blade. I should have asked them to fight each other. Well, this isn't good. What are they gonna do? I think we're about matched if I go all out. But okay, I'm gonna go all out and hope. I don't think they can overtake me, but I think they can match me. Looking at the bar. Oh, they did hardly nothing. They were defending. But why? Oh, because they went all out there. Okay, I'm now going to go all out. Okay, that was... Oh no, actually, if I can only do 2, well, 1 at a time, then I am absolutely dead. Oh no. Hello, Pud. Welcome. How are you doing today? Hello, hello. Oh gosh. I need to do more than just 1 at a time. Okay, can I side? Okay, I can. Okay, I did 2 there. That's good, but I don't really have the means to do much here. I won't be able... Like, there's no way I can do this. Absolutely no way. Oh no. Oh gosh. Well, actually, by the way that they do things, they're gonna. Oh. No, I was wrong. Try again. Oh, that's not really gonna help though, is it? Okay, they didn't do much. But of course, because I didn't this time, they absolutely did. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go all out and fail miserably. Because, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Okay, you know what? Succumb. What's my fate? You've been killed in combat. Okay, we need to turn back town. Turn back town? Let's see. Kari Road, yeah. Yes, that's... okay, draw my sword. That part I did right. I'm doing quite good. I'm very much addicted to Inscripted at the moment and managed to rack up 32 hours in the game in a week, despite also needing to do lots of college work and everything else. How are you? Well, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying the game. It does look amazing. I definitely want to try that out at some point. Yeah, no, I'm good too. I'm happy to be playing this again. I'm very, very, yeah, just I just really like this game. Okay, I tried rolling a sound, that didn't help. Oh, I don't know. Do I just slash at the bird? I'm gonna die. No, that didn't work either. Okay, so slash at the bird. The birds wheel up into the sky. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what was the spell again? It was. I'm still gonna do that. I'm gonna ask them to attack each other. I can remember what the spell was. Was it? No, was that? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, cast law. This time, order them to attack each other. Mercilessly, you instruct the birds to turn on each other, and in moments they are lost in a scrambled mess of feathers and claws and screaming beaks. Stand back and watch as the group plunges to the dust, still fighting and scrabbling. Then, quite suddenly, the Nighthawks break formation, something else and shimmering into visibility in their midst. Huh? Oh no. Okay, but I still cannot feel. That's a bit unfortunate. One forward move uphill. I'm gonna move uphill. Move up to higher ground while behind you the strangest of battles ensues. The wing of one nighthawk snaps upward like a broken branch. The second is ripped into feathers by invisible claws. The remaining birds scatter. There's nothing left for mysterious savior. Oh, I'm not so sure that this is a savior. I'm gonna stay hidden. You stay low, hoping the creature will not see you. There's a rush of air just in front of you. Whatever it is has landed. You hear the movement of unseen feathered wings, and then at last you understand. This creature is a gold-crest eagle from the king's own eyrie in Analan. Oh. The eyrie is deep behind the Shamutanti wall. Read it. Stand back to see what it is. Read it? Sure. You drop to one knee and bow your head. The bird, slowly becoming visible, replies with a similar, much larger gesture. As it lifts its head, something drops from its beak. It's a message cylinder. Whatever it contains must be of vital importance, or the king would not have risked revealing your location like this to deliver it. Well, take the tube. Reach down and pick up the tube. Inside are 10 gold pieces. Oh, that's really good. And a rolled parchment, sealed with the royal seal of the King of Analand. We trust these tidings reach you in fair health, but must warn you of impending peril. Your mission is discovered. The Mampang's eyes have spied our plan, and word is on. Oh no, it's way to the Dark Fortress. Too late, we discovered our unwelcome eavesdroppers, and news of your quest is being carried towards High Zaman by 7 serpents. Oh, okay, yeah. So those are the 7. Yeah, okay. Right, so yeah, I need to get the 7 serpents, or basically they will know that I'm coming. Okay, right. So stakes are high. Lovely. Okay. The Archmage's most trusted servants. By now they will have reached the Backlands, and here they will divide to complete their journey separately. If you're still able, seek them out, for they must stop to rest and eat. Destroy the creatures before they reach their goal, else the Archmage will prepare a deadly welcome for you. Find Shadrach the Hermit for advice. For naught moves through the Backlands without his knowledge. Our hearts are with you. Ooh, okay, I want to thank the eagle, but on the off chance that I could actually get some information, I'm going to ask about the serpents. You look up, but the gold-crest eagle has already rendered itself invisible once more. You feel the rush of air as its great wings lift it from the ground, and you are alone. Ooh, I was just thinking I should probably destroy this, but what if Shadrach the Hermit will actually want to see some evidence? I'm gonna keep it. You roll the message up and slip it into your pack. It would seem the Backlands are not as deserted as you had hoped. You must find these 7 serpents and destroy them, or your journey will be for nothing. Found 2 new clues, and another clue has been updated. Okay. Now, back to the road. Stars turn in the sky overhead, taking the pole as your guidance. You rejoin the old road and make your way north. Before you, the Backlands stretch away to a dim horizon. How can you hope to locate 7 serpents in such wilderness? I must find Shadrach. No doubt this Shadrach will help you. So how does the King of Analand know who lives in the Backlands? Is there more to this wilderness than you know, or is the king relying on the unreliable foresight of his farseers? Yes, we don't really know, do we? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's weird. The other maps haven't been doing that. Oh. Huh. It's like it's going between looking all green and lush and then just dead. Okay, interesting. After about half an hour, you see a deep black line across the earth up ahead and catch your step just in time. You're 1 pace away from the edge of a sheer cliff. Yulu stones disappear over the edge and clatter away into the darkness. That seems like a problem. Rest until daylight, I think. You shiver and pull your cloak about yourself. The hour is late enough already. You will rest here, though there is no shelter, and continue in the light. Laying down your pack by the cliff edge, you try to settle despite the cold. You have not yet eaten today, but you have no provisions. Only 4 vials of healing blimberry juice. We'll need to eat once a day to avoid hunger, but out here, food will be hard to come by. Yes, wonderful. I'm gonna drink a potion. You unstopper a vial of blimberry potion and gulp down a mouthful. You feel a bit better, and all traces of hunger are soon gone. Now you close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. Silence is loud in your ears. Slowly, you're understanding the true loneliness of this place. You long for human company. Even the tedious ramblings of Jan the Minimite, wherever he is now, there's no one here. Well, I guess we go to sleep. The long night is filled with visions. A boy sits on a throne of skulls and swords, wearing a crown carved from solid bone. He does not seem to notice you, but plays with carved model figurines of goblins and trolls and demons playing out a war, so he looks bored by it. And even while you sleep, you know the serpents are moving towards Mampang, and every day you spend out here is a day in which your journey might be discovered. Oh, I feel very, very... Edge of the cliff, day 1. During the past day, you gained considerable gold and found 3 new plumes. Oh, are we gonna have like a countdown for the days now? Because that's not... we didn't do that for the part 1 and 2. But I guess the stakes are higher now and each day actually counts. Oh no. Oh gosh. Morning brings cold, clear light. You wake and find yourself lying all but on the edge of a great cliff that plunges to a rocky floor below. Good thing you did not roll in the night. Yeah, good thing indeed. Look over the cliff edge. You approach the cliff edge and peer over. The drop is considerable and the view beyond stretches for miles. Leading away to the left, what appears to be a carved staircase of rough stone block. In the far distance, birds wheel and turn above the landscape ahead. Look at the staircase. Apart from the living rock, the steps, perhaps once smooth, are now warped and drilled with holes from the rain. They lead downward all the same. How did anyone carve such a slope? What do they stand on to sculpt the stone so high up in the air? The top step is covered with a curious bright yellow moss. From across the plain you hear a distant sound of flapping wings, more nighthawks. Nighthawks do not fly when the sun is shining. Look back. Tilting your eyes against the low sun, you look south. The sky seemed darker here somehow. The 4 birds wheel against the sky, then suddenly they break formation. One falls, another is torn to pieces. A figure moves in the darkness beneath. Wait, this is what happened last night, isn't it? Watch further. Follows a rage of feathers of birds locked in combat, but suddenly the whole scene is gone. The plains and skies are empty once more. Something very strange about this place. Yeah. Gather the moss. Okay. Intrigued, you grab a fistful of the moss. It is juicy and extremely pungent. Smell the moss? You put your nose deep into the moss. The scent is like lemons and strong cheese and manure all rolled together. It reminds you of the smell of drinking water in Kare. The effect is heady. Ooh. Do I taste the moss? Okay. You taste the moss with a tentative tongue. The flavor is not pleasant, but it does not appear acrid. Perhaps it is not poisonous. I'm gonna stash it in my pack. Stow the moss in your pack. It quickly dries and... Oh. Oh. Well, I guess I have moss dust now. I should have eaten it. I was thinking I could keep it in my pack as a meal for later. But no. No. Sunlight sparkles in the distance. A lake, perhaps. Climb down the steps. You stride onto the ancient stone staircase, trusting it will not crumble beneath your weight. Then, one pace at a time, you make your way slowly down to the sunken lands below. Oh gosh, yeah, there's... Okay, how... Okay, so the map is pretty big. We are teeny here. That is so weird. What is going on? Like, that area in particular, you can really tell. Just, it's as if time is changing or something. It used to be... Because, I mean, this seems to be the most stable state. Then sometimes you see blips of, like, a luscious land. And that is what we've been told as well. That it was like a prosperous place that fell into ruin, basically. Which is mainly why I'm thinking that. Like, there's... All of a sudden it's green and there are trees. Anywho. Halfway down. Clamber down the ancient stairs. It's painstaking work as every step is about the height of your own body. About halfway to the ground, you're forced to stop. Steps below have fallen to rubble. Ooh, look at the remaining stairs. The step on which you stand on is in fine condition, perhaps sheltered from the withering winds by the overhang above, but the next is gone, as are a few others after that, stripped from the cliff face as though scoured. Make up fragments of fallen rock across the plain below. Few rocks skitter down the steep slope to the ground below. I mean, we're gonna have to cast a spell, aren't we? Because we won't be able to. Yeah. So float in the air. Yeah, that should do it. Cast a spell lightening your body weight to a mere fraction of normal. Somewhere close by, the wind whistles a clear note, so blowing over the top of a gigantic bottle. Hang on, can I? No. Look across the cliff face. To lean from the step to glance round the cliff face and spy a cave mouth in the raw rock of the cliff a little way to the east of where you stand. Perhaps the staircase once led to it, but if so, that ledge is no longer intact. Step off the stairs. Step over to where the staircase ends and beyond. The cave mouth you saw disappears upwards as you drift down. Oh. I was hoping I could step off and move towards that, but oh well. Base of the cliff. You've reached the bottom of the cliff. Your weight returns and you settle gradually back down to the ground. The air stirs a little, still cold but at least fresh. The great cliff rises up into the sky unclimbable, and looking ready to topple at any moment. Why is check my provisions a thing here? Back of the cliff. You crane your neck to look back up at the cliff towering behind you. Presumably this is why there are no maps of the backlands. Those who fall in never leave. Halfway down you spy the cave you spotted, totally inaccessible of course. Check my provisions. Take a moment to review your situation. You have no food in your pack, and the plains out here are desolate and largely unoccupied. You'll have to move as quickly as possible if you are to avoid starvation. Yeah, okie dokie. Let's go. Follow the cliff, find the old road. Well, as far as I can see, I mean, there seems to be something there, but that looks like a cave of some sort. And we are looking for an hermit. Hermit? I don't know how to actually pronounce that. There's like a settlement over there as well. So we are looking for a hermit. I don't know what that could be. I mean, there's like little holes in the ground. I'm thinking, I think I want to take my chances having a look at that, because I'm thinking if that's some sort of like geological thing, maybe there's gas or something, that's probably not too safe, is it? I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna join the old road. Leave the shadow of the cliff for the road that cuts across the plain. The morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. From here, the path is uncertain. Farther back is a wasteland, and there's no pass through the great ridge that forms its eastern border. Huh. Righty-yo. Hello, Silent. Welcome. How are you doing? Less than 3. How's it going? Hello, hello. Course of Snada is uncharted. Zanzunu Peaks and Mampang seem remote. I mean, both of these are true, I suppose. Course of Snada to the east of the ridge is uncharted, and the Flatterback steppes are said to be home to only under-evolved half-humans. No tracks climb the horns of Ilklala? How do I know this? The Zanzunu Peaks and Mampang seem impossibly far away, and yet, A way must be found. When the Archmage sent his birdmen to steal the crown of kings, they flew. You must walk. Path beckons. There's no alternative. The future for the old world depends on you finding your way across this lonely dust bowl. Oh, that's nice. The blasted tree along the road, the marked cliff. Yeah, I'm a little bit intrigued by the tree, so I think we're gonna go there. You leave the road and walk across the desolate plain. As the sun climbs towards its zenith, the wind picks up. After a while of walking, you see something to break the monotony, too tall and thin for a skewer of rock or a building. You cannot place it until you get close. It is a single tree, leafless and dead, tilting from the desolate soil. I'll look up at the tree. The tree must be the last remnant of an ancient forest. Why this particular trunk has survived when all others fell is not clear. And that is not all. A rope ladder hangs from one of the higher branches of the tree. Climb the rope ladder. You scramble up the rope ladder to get a view across the land, but the branches seem to be alive, twisting and bending as you climb. They're closing in on you like a trap. Oh, of course. Untie the ladder. The knots holding the ladder to the branch are thick with age, but you manage to work them free. The branch underneath seems to lift in relief as it is removed. A moment later, another branch draws backward behind you and releases, knocking you painfully to the ground. For a moment, you hear a sound almost like a laugh. Who's there? Who's there, you demand. Ranger! The voice is faint yet outgoing. Ranger! Look for the speaker. You look around behind the tree over your shoulder, but the endless plain stretches away in all directions. There's no one in sight. Look at the tree. You look up into the branches of the tree to find bare twigs have curved themselves into a human face, an old man's face, that looks down at you with an overturned mouth. Ranger, the tree face declares wistfully, you are lost. What makes you say I'm lost? All who enter this place is lost, the face replies sadly. This is a land accursed. Every soul within is lost. Will you aid me? You ask. The branches flutter and break in a sudden gust of wind, face disappearing for a moment. You seek the whereabouts of Shadrach of Badu-Bak, the face declares. Where will I find him? You ask. Turn like a leaf in the morning. The face replies, sighing a deep sorrow of ash and autumn color. To the fishtail rock, he is expecting you. Another stronger breeze catches the branches and disturbs them, and when they settle, the face has disappeared. Huh. Okay. Walk away from the shade of the tree, so... The plain north... I can go back towards the cliff. But he asked me to go to a rock, yeah, and that is a rock, so... Is that where we find him? Can I pray? No. Can't pray, I can actually just check there, but, well... I don't ever remember to do that. Walk on across the plain until you meet the edge of an old road. The sun is hot now. Wait, he said to go back, didn't he? Oh no. Oh no, have I missed my chance? Uh-oh. Anywho, the road snakes across the dust bowl. In the near distance, you make out something through the haze. Not a tower, but a spire of rock. Oh, but... Okay, I don't know if I've gone the right way or not. It seems to flicker strangely. From behind you, a voice says, "Excuse me." Turn around. You turn around to find the road deserted. There's no one in sight in any direction. "Where are you?" Call. There's no reply. The cold wind whistles around you. Plains feel suddenly far emptier than a moment before. Continue along the ghost road. Okay, I'm going to have a look at my clues. Okay, so the clues are, okay. Fishtail Rock. But no... Oh, that doesn't help me anymore. Sleeping of the Sleepless Ram, seek the one they call the Sham. Right, okay, okay, I'm going to assume that that is the rock. Can still go back, which is interesting. Marked cliff. I'm gonna head east. You follow the old road. Heat beats down from an empty sky. The road forks here with the main path snaking up the mountainside to the east. Rocks have tumbled down the slope, but all but covered the road. You look east. Cast your gaze at east toward towering Battleback Ridge. The main peak is lost in haze, the end of the long winding road that climbs the slope. Look north. Looking north, the road winds along the rocky edge of the foothills. A particularly impressive stone stupa stands out a long way. Stones shift and move underfoot as you walk. Oh, I don't like that little detail there. Mountain path. Oh, is that a way to get to the Claddaback step? But if we do that, we kind of skip a lot of the map, because I feel like you're supposed to go through Pakabad and then Force of Snada before you actually get there. Like, there is a road going in that direction, so I don't think we want to go there. That just skips a lot. And there could be a serpent somewhere in that part where we just absolutely skip. There are 7 serpents. And we kind of need to find them all and get rid of them. So, yeah, I don't want to do that. Go north. I'm gonna have a little bit of my water. There we go. Ground underfoot turns into rocks and scree. The sun is beginning to lower. The air begins to cool. You pause to rest in the shadow of a large rock spire that sticks from the dirt like a claw through cloth. Look at the rock. The rock is a single shattered spire, perhaps once part of a mountain range to the east, or perhaps driven up through the ground by some geological work. The base of the rock is the mouth of the cave. Inside the cave. You approach the cave with one hand on your blade. The cave appears to go back some distance into pitch dark blackness. Someone seems to have scratched a message into the rock inside the cave. It's only just legible and must be ancient. Read the scratched message. In the thin sunlight falling into the cave, you can make out the ancient scratched message with some difficulty. Stranger, I am waiting. Very long ago, summon you. Hold my name to the skies, and I will. Hadra. Ooh! Cataract or whatever. Could it be? Try calling a name. Shadrach, that's it. Yeah, let's call for Vic. I'm sure Vic will help us here. Shadrach. You cry the name across the plains, and the echo of it seems to have set off a distant avalanche. The ground begins to shake and rumble, and you stagger to your knees. The very earth is moving as though it was splitting or merging back together. You reach down to steady yourself, only to find that grass is growing between your fingers. Oh! Oh, hello! Oh, so now it is actually lush here. You pick yourself unsteadily to your feet, feeling sick and unwell. Everything around you is the same, but everything is different. The rock has 2 spires, for one thing. The cave seems smaller and darker, and in a fire pit built into the scrub at its mouth, a fire is burning. From inside, you hear the gentle sound of singing. Approach the fire. You approach the fire, the sound of singing from inside the cave grows louder. Call out for Shadrach. Shadrach, you cry. I am here. The singing stops abruptly. There is coughing and wheezing sound, but then an old man hobbles out from the cave, limping on a stick. It must be Shadrach himself, but you recognize the face as that of the tree spirit you met earlier. Ah, it's you, he declares, speaking thickly through his beard. I've been expecting you. He waves a hand around the landscape. Welcome back. Oh. Oh yeah, welcome back. Eh? Welcome back. Just so, you've come a long, long way, my Analander friend, he smiles. I know your mission, of course. I know all about you. And you know about me, I hope. My name is Shadrach. Shadrach. Yes, Shadrach. Show him the eagle's message. Pull the message from your pack. I was given this, you explain. It mentions you. Scans it and looks up. Your diviners are most impressive, or, perhaps our meeting has simply been remembered. Yes, that is more likely. Then his eyes narrow as he reads on. 7 serpents. Yes, but now I see why they have sent you to me. What do you know of them? A little, he nods slowly, thinking. I know you journey here from Kari. Tell me, how fares that city? It stands still. Shadrach nods deeply. I watched an army of marsh goblins scale the cliffs armed with swords and axes, he says. There should be smoke rising at the horizon, but I see no such thing. He grabs a handful of dry grass from the ground and tosses it into the fire pit, where it blazes for a moment into flame. He appears to change topic. I must warn you that no one from Analand has ever crossed the backlands alone and survived. The serpents? Yes, but not only them, he replies. The very rocks and earth here are lost. Things become unstuck, and you have now become unstuck yourself. Huh? You speak of the curse? A curse, yes, though, and he smiles, it is more like a noose fastened to the neck of the land, waiting to be pulled tight. He demonstrates with his fingers as he speaks, twisting them together. The old world and the ancient world have grown together like the thorny bushes. To journey through one is to journey through the other. I kind of want to ask about that, but I also want to ask about the 7 serpents. But surely I'm gonna get to ask about that anyways, yeah? So, the ancient world, you ask, looking about yourself at the fields of grass that have appeared to replace the desert. Ishtara, the place that was my home. Shadrach bows his head. You're most welcome. Unexpectedly, Shadrach stumbles. He smiles at you weakly. Ooh, is he okay? Are you unwell? Oland is unwell, he replies. I will not be able to stay for very long. He gasps suddenly. Please, ask me what you need to know and then leave. Oh, do you play swindle stones? Okay, what do you know of the 7 serpents? You ask quickly, keen to learn what you must while you can. The serpents are most terrible, Shadrach answers. I've often seen them, but they are no mere snakes. You know of their legend. Tell me. Shadrach nods and coughs sharply. Said that thousands of years from now, a few years ago for you, perhaps, The Archmage of Mampang fought and slew a mighty Hydra which dwelt in the caves of High Zaman. The formidable foe was this creature that the Archmage took its 7 heads back to Mampang, where he used his dark arts to resurrect them as 7 winged serpent. They became his personal messengers, his assassins, his force in dark places. So they are undead creatures? Not exactly, Shadrach replies. Silver will not harm them if that's what you're thinking. Rather, each serpent has a spirit to sustain it. That grants a great power, but also a powerful weakness. Discover these weaknesses, and you may be able to defeat the serpents. Shadrach is shivering slightly now. His face is pale behind his ruddy beard. Should probably ask for food, but I still have a few Blimberry potions, and I kind of want to know about the snakes. Do you know their spirits? No, he says. 4 are possessed by base birds, those of earth, fire, water, and air. But the other 3 are mysteries. Shadrach coughs and shivers. Friend, he murmurs, I wish I did not have to go, but I must, if I am to close the circle. He gets his stick and pushes himself up to his feet. Well, farewell then, and thank you. Shadrach nods. We'll meet again. We've already met, I think. He waves a hand at his cave. I've left one more thing for you in there. Travel well. Remember, when you walk through the fields of Ishtar, you are safe from the serpents. But if you do not return to your own time, you will never defeat them. Okay, wait, so Dusty... Okay, so it is a matter of past and present, is it? My own time, the past, everything is a desert. It will be safe as long as I stay in the past where everything is green and lush, but I need to come back to the present to defeat the serpents. Is that it? Okay. How can I travel between these lands? Look to the beacons, he answers cryptically. If any have survived into your time, they will hold a little of our ancient light still. There is one to the north of here, at least, by the river. Go there. Reaching over, he places his hand on either side of your head, and you feel a great lightness entering your body. That done, he turns and stamps away across the grass. Well, I guess let him go. He has to go anyways. He leaves, heading west across the plains and fading into the hazy dust that hangs in the air. Muse on what you have seen. It seems that there is more to the backlands than there first appeared. You're left alone by the cave mouth once more. Look inside the cave. Oh, he did say he'd left something, so look inside. I look into the cave again, and this time find a strange horn hanging from a hook on the wall. It is ornately carved from a strange twisting shell with a hide of leather. It's a gale horn, one of very few in existence. You lift it down with great care. Okay, cool. I think that's... Oh, and he healed us. Hey, fantastic. I don't think I want to blow the horn. I don't know what it does. I know I need that for a spell, I think. But I don't know what it does. I don't think I want to blow it. Look around the plain. You pause to look around the plain. Thin scrub grass stretches away north and west. To the east, the mountains are gleaming in the afternoon sun. The whole world seems to have come alive around. Surely this magic cannot last. Make your way back to the old road that runs past the rock. To the north, you catch a glimpse of the tower Shadrach mentioned, covered in green ivy. West, notice a young tree that surely wasn't there before. On 5 new clues, and other clues have been updated. Okay, so, oh, there's something up there now. But I'm wary of going that way, because if I lock into going in that direction, then, again, we kind of skip 2 regions, don't we? And that scares me. Hmm. So we're in Ishtar now, but... Oh. What does that mean for the road in general? I wonder. Okay, so yeah, there's a tower there. There's one over here. One there. Okay, so there are a few of these towers. Okay, so... well, we gotta go north, surely. We make our way over to the grass-covered rocks and boulders, following the trail where you can and scramble down along and scrambling the rest of the way. The wind picks up as the evening draws on. It will be night soon again already. The dusty plains have been transformed to fields, though the grass here is littered with rocks that have tumbled down from the mountain range to the east. From somewhere close at hand, a strange whistling noise catches your attention. Look for the sound. The sound is coming from the other side of a large rock. It seems steady enough, the sound of ever-running wind. Peer around the rock. Peer around the rock and a strange sight meets your eyes. Whether a living creature or a freak weather effect, I cannot tell, but hovering a short way above the ground is a swirling twist of air trapped in a cove formed by the rock. Oh. A small fly buzzes overhead of the whirlwind. A moment later it is sucked in and disappears from sight. By talking to the funnel? Okay, have a look at it. Is the funnel alive? Something about the way it moves suggests it is. It shuffles around the rock enclosure as though injured and looking for a way out. Try talking to it. Greetings, you begin. Are you indeed a creature? The whirlwind kicks a short distance up into the air as if leaping, then settles back down again. A reaction to your voice or merely a chance movement? Suddenly from somewhere above you, you hear a voice. Annalander, I bring a message. I try to do voices, but then I immediately kind of forget that I'm doing voices. So, very randomly, we have voices. Look up. You look up, and to your right, scouring the rock face until you spy a small boy leaping from stone to stone like a goat. I bring a message from Shadrach the Hermit. What message? What message? You call back, suspicious. The fire serpent, he's following you. He's going to attack you while you sleep. Shadrach foresaw it. The boy has scaled halfway down the mountainside now and is just above the whirlpool in the rocks. He's about to jump. Ooh. Wait. Wait, the boy hovers for a moment, one foot on the ledge, about to jump. His eyes meet yours, then the rock. His foot is on slips, begins to tumble downwards. As he falls, you see him pull through the air towards the whirlpool. Oh, sugar. Cast a spell. I mean, I have to save him somehow, surely. Jaws? Or slowness? I could slow down... Ooh, I could slow down the funnel so that it won't suck him up, maybe? Okay, I'm gonna remember that. Huh. Oh yeah, create wind. Where's a gale horn? Can I counter the funnel with my own wind? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Silent. I don't know if that's a feasible theory, but maybe. So I have slowness, I can create wind. That probably won't help. Oh, sense danger. I believe there is danger. I don't think we need to clone the caster. I know that's not how we be. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I accidentally took off of it, but yeah, let's just grow in size. That's not gonna help me. Right, I don't have lost slowness or create wind. Maybe create wind. I mean, does it stand to reason that I got that for a reason? Maybe. Okay, let's try it. You cast the spell lifting the gale horn and blowing a loud note. The wind blows the falling boy sharply backwards away from the whirlpool. He lands a little way down the path, momentarily stunned. Then he is back on his feet and running towards you. Thank you, he breathes. What is that thing? Tell me your message, you demand, unsympathetic to his sudden rescue from certain death. I mean, I rescued him anyway, so it's fine. Chadwick told me everything, he says. He checks off things on his fingers as he speaks. The fire serpent doesn't like sand, the water serpent doesn't like oil, and the moon serpent... The boy racks his brain. Scared of the dark, dislikes the light. Can only be killed once a month. I don't know what's gonna be. Dislikes the light, you suggest? Scared of fire, the boy replies, remembering. They are strange beasts, these serpents. Anything else? Demand. The boy only shrugs. Only good luck. He says you will need it because the Archmage will want to kill you very fast once you reach the walls of Mampang. Pales. I don't think that was part of the message. Yeah, just like, oh yeah, he's going to kill you as quickly as he can, but you know. Yep. Yeah, no, that probably wasn't it. With that, he is gone, running away out of sight and into the mists of the plain. Okay, cool. We have the fox now. Fox is cunning and always has a scheme. He's a great burglar and dines well off those around him who never seem to see him come or go. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Well, that poor boy, I hope he doesn't get, shouted at because he gave me all the useful information and then, oh yes, you're also definitely under, threat of death. Oh, do I approach the funnel? Is that gonna just suck me into it? Do I go... I mean, surely I wouldn't go too close to the funnel. Approach the funnel. You creep slowly closer to the thing until you are barely a sword's length away. It remains in position, spinning rapidly. From here you can make it out a little more about it, except that deep inside something flashes. Oh, from here you can make out little more about it, except that deep inside something flashes. Well, this is a terrible idea. Let's die again. You reach out a hand above the top of the whirlwind. The force of it exerts downwards and is quite strange. And suddenly, without warning, it gets stronger. Sound coming from the thing increases in pitch dramatically. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to wait and see what happens, but let's see what spells I've got. Oh, okay. No, right. You look to the heavens hoping to find a spell, but when you try to pull your hand back to begin casting, you find you cannot move it. It is too strongly held in place above the whirlwind. The force on your hand is getting significantly stronger. Do I wait to see what happens? Probably not a good idea. I'm guessing by the same, like, if I couldn't pull my hand away to do magic, I also cannot step back because my hand is stuck in the thing, yeah? So, wait to see what happens or pray for aid. But the thing is, I kind of want to know, but then I don't know if this is, I don't want to know what it is. Do I wait to see what happens? That probably is just death. But I'm still slightly intrigued. I mean, if praying for aid doesn't work, I guess that is more or less waiting to see what happens. So, but then if it does work, I'm out of it. There is something inside it. How do I figure out what that is? Well, I mean, okay, pray for aid. That's probably the. Close your eyes and raise a prayer to the fox. Has your request been heard? Okay, well, now wait to see what happens, I guess. Wait to see what happens. A moment later, the force has tugged your arm down inside the whirlwind. There, you cannot save yourself. You're trapped inside, and whatever happens there is so quick that you lose consciousness before you understand it. What's my fate? I've been trapped inside a deadly whirlwind. Okay, yep. Well, I'm not too surprised, but hey. Rocky foothills. Look for the sound. Go around the rock. Talking to the air funnel. Oh, I did something else first, I think, because last time the boy came to talk to us, toss a stone into it. Okay, it just disappears. What message? Okay, wait. Cast a spell, and it was, was it? So yeah, I don't want to reach inside. That was a bad idea. I mean, I knew that from the beginning, but I also wanted to. So, that is fine. Tell me your message. Oh, tell me your message because I was unsympathetic. It changed to the fox. Oh, like, okay, he's scared of fire. Anything else? Oh yeah, only that he will want to kill me very fast. Yes. Okay, approach the funnel. Step back. I don't want to reach inside. Step away from the whirlwind once more. It still does not react. As you consider the whirlpool, a creature in an all-covering hood lopes into view. It is carrying something tightly in one hand, so you cannot make out what. Watch the creature? What? As the creature comes closer, passing with spitting distance of the whirlpool. Whatever they are holding, it looks like little more than a rock. Wave a greeting. Greetings, you declare. The creature leaps in alarm, arms going wide, and drops whatever it was holding. A moment later, the whirlpool has sucked it away. The creature looks about in confusion. Stop it from getting too close. See, the stranger is about to go after the trinket, so quickly you grab them by the arms and haul them backwards. The creature begins to shout in a language you do not recognize. Can I cast a spell? No, there's a thing I need for that, isn't it? I can read minds. Okay. Now looking to the stars, you craft the magic, pulling on the cloth skullcap. As you do, the creature's thoughts are entering your head clearly. A little closer, it's thinking, just twist this way. Keep listening. Continue to listen, that's it. The thoughts continue. Then you realize it is not talking about your whirlpool, but the position of your backpack. This creature is a thief. Ooh. You're a thief. Demand. Try to be, the growled creature replies, but right now I think I'd better be leaving. With that, it wriggles free and scrambles across the rocks. Didn't take any of my stuff, did it? Well, my broadsword and my silver chain are still there. That all looks to be correct. I have a silver key. I don't think I'm gonna be using that for anything anymore. Oh, I have a rope ladder. Okay, cool. Treasure? 10 gold pieces. Okay, he didn't take anything, so that's fine then. Okay, that is blue that we don't really need anymore. Only silver weapons can harm the undead. Deathly afraid of fire. Fire serpent is vulnerable to sand. Okay, so we need sand because the fire serpent is following us and will kill us in our sleep, basically. Waiting for his chance. Water serpent is vulnerable to oil. Okay. We know there is an air serpent, but we don't know what that one's weakness is. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, let's just move on. I don't think we need to do anything about, well, that creature. Move away from the whirling air. The path leads in 2 directions from here. That's just clues I just read through, yeah? Yeah. Follow the road towards the tower. I'm guessing we can get back on the road even after the towers. I think we want to go there first, because Shadrach did tell us to go there, basically. We probably should. Oh. Oh no. What's going on? Oh, there we go. You head out across the prairie. The sun is now in the lowest quarter of the sky. Soon it'll be dark. To reach the shadow of the tower Shadrach called the beacon. Its sides are too smooth to be natural, and yet there are no stones or brickwork. It's like a gigantic game carved from a single block of stone. Thick driftweed curls up and around the tower like wool around a bobbin. Beyond it, a river rushes past. Hug the gripweed. You give the gripweed shoots a sharp hug. The plant is tough as a rope and seems to be firmly anchored into the stone of the tower. Let's look for a door. You walk a full circuit of the tower, hoping to find a doorway, but there's nothing to see. The tower sides are made of solid stone, if indeed it is a tower. From the very top, something metal glints in the sunshine. Look at the glint. Straining your neck and squint against the sun, you try to make out what the gleam is. Some kind of brass fitting seems to jut over the side. Strange to see worked metal and stone out here. Wasn't this place supposed to be barren? Okay, look at the river. I pause for a while watching the river rushing past. The sound is calming even though it is on the far side of the plains. Continue and somehow you must cross. Okay, well, move on or climb up. The weed seems to grow all the way to the top. So we probably want to climb the gripweed instead of just leaving immediately. Quickly you grab the great weight and scramble up the outside of the tower. The roots of the thick plant offer plenty of footholds, and the ascent is easy enough. Soon you're hauling yourself over the battlements and onto the top of the tower. Okay. The top of the tower. You stand atop the tower. The wind across the grassland throws your hair into your eyes, and the ground seems like an endless green sea far below. The top is not empty, indeed. There is barely room to stand. Most of the floor space is taken up by a large brass contraption that has been built into the middle of the roof. Look at the contraption. This tower is clearly built to house the brass contraption in the center of the turret. You look it over with curious interest. A large brass cylinder is set into a bearing in the center of the tower and protrudes a short way over the battlement. It is rather like one of the chief mage's telescopes, but why would anyone set such a complex device out here in the wastes? Can try to move it. You look through it. It does look like a gigantic telescope. Crouch to look through the cylinder, but find you cannot. It has no eyepiece. Okay, so it's not a telescope. In other words, the near end disappears unbroken into the brass mounting of the device. The bearing underneath the cylinder looks as though it might allow the contraption to move. Furthermore, set in the central dome is an impressive-looking blue crystal. Look at the blue crystal. The blue crystal is not a gem you recognize. It pulses with a small interior glow as though something lived inside. Ooh, do I take the crystal or do I not? Take the crystal. Oh. You touch the crystal, but as your fingers brush the glass, something happens and you feel yourself whipped up in the air as though catapulted. For a dizzy moment, you seem to stare down at the entire land of Badu back. Then a moment later, you are back on your feet, head reeling, but feeling curiously powerful. That healed me, which is interesting. Step back. You step back, very fearful but curious. The blue crystal on the contraption is flashing brilliantly, and suddenly the cylinder ignites with a thick beam of syrupy light. The beam floods across the landscape, cutting through the mists and warping the view like a heat ray. Oh! The land and the light of the beam has changed. It seems the magic you witnessed earlier is happening again. Birds wheel and tumble in the air a short distance away. Adjust the beam? Can I... Oh! And that gives me a second tower as well, and now that is just flourishing. Oh, hang on. Ooh, okay, I can have the bridge. Or I can have the tower. Because I kind of need the tower more. And also, that is just ruins no matter what. Okay, let's have a... Oh, the river is... Okay. Huh. And, okay, looking over what's green, that just turns it sad, I want to say. Okay, so... That is how... Oh! Ooh, someone used to live in that cave. Can I go back? I don't want to now. Okay, but at least from earlier, there's only forward, so I think I'm gonna put it there so we have that village and that tower. Just a beam around this track, sweeping light over the land below. I guess we can look at the view. The view is now part partially lit with a beam from the tower, and a different land appears in its light. Birds fly, gentle wind stirs pollen in the haze. Okay, well, I guess we can look at the beam as well. Careful not to touch the light, you examine the beam. It seems to come into focus a few cubits from the edge of the tower, and then floods outwards, changing the very color of the air as it goes. On the ground you see dusty sand beneath its light, with grass growing on either side. This must be the beacon that Shadrach mentioned. Yeah. Okay, climb down the tower. Okay, so that's gonna be a thing. And I guess if we're lucky, there will be like a crystal to heal us every time we go up one in case we're injured. That would be useful. But I don't know how likely that is another thing. With the beacon blazing away, you swing yourself over the battlement once more. After an uncertain moment, you find the gripweed and clamber down swiftly. Okay, I don't think that's supposed to be here, honestly. But that's okay. You scramble down the tower and drop the last few feet ground level. I guess now we... Actually, is there anything else? No, leave is the only option we have. So we leave. South of here, the Grand Road runs from west east across the plain. Oh, I can actually go back to the whirlpool, but I don't know what good that's gonna do me. The road west. You walk on across the prairie until you join an old road. Night falls, you should find somewhere safe to sleep. If you keep going through the night, you'll be weaker for it, especially after so long walking with an empty belly. I'm not sure what to do here, because if the fire snake is looking for us, well, he's following us, just waiting. Ooh, we can go back to the tree. We can go back to the tree. Can we go back to the cave? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go back to the tower. I'm gonna adjust it so that we okay, climb up. Okay. Just the beam. So we put it there. Okay. Climb down the tower. Because, I mean, hopefully we can still go back, I suppose, but also okay, so the road west. I think we're gonna keep moving because the snake will return to the road. From behind you a voice says, "Excuse me." Turn around. Turn around to find a small boy holding a cloth skull cap in his hand. He pushes it towards you. Okay. So, where did you get that? Dropped it, the boy says. Thank him. The boy smiles, puts the skull cap into your hands, and he steps back and waits for something. Talk to him. Go down to your ankles to be more at the boy's level. He's clearly local and is likely to know a lot about the area. Where are you from? Kara here replies to your surprise, but I run errands all the way to Tin Pang sometimes. Oh. Is there... And where is Tin Pang? Across the marsh over the bridge near the lake, he answers. You can run there in about a day. The idea that this boy can run across the entire of the backlands is startling. It's the most dangerous land you know. The boy's starting to look twitchy. What do you know of the 7 serpents? Nothing, he shrugs. Sounds like one of Shadrach's stories. I mean, yes, but also no. How might I cross Lake Ilkawa? Ask, thinking ahead. You can usually get a ride on a fishing boat, the boy replies, if you don't mind dawdling a while they catch their fish. The boy smiles quickly. I have to go now. I really have to go. Of course. The boy nods twice. Without another word, you turn and move away. The boy takes off at a sprint, disappears. He somehow swiped the sun jewel from your pack? Oh, no. That cost me 15 gold. I am rewinding. No. No. Okay. Turn around. Where'd you get that? Thank him. I didn't really get that much interesting information, did I? Offer him 3 gold pieces. You know what? Sure. Do that. The boy's smile grows wide at the sight. Thank you, he breathes. By Throff, I'm glad I followed you. I mean, that I was here. You know what I mean. Yeah. You probably took the skull cap out of my pack, didn't you, little thief? I talk to him. I shouldn't talk to him, should I? If I talk to him, he takes something from me. Just kind of... I don't know if that's information that is good for me to have. Okay, enough talking. He still takes the sun jewel? Ooh. Okay. Rewind. The sun jewel cost me so much. I will not lose it. Okay, I have the skull cap and I have the sun jewel. Oh. Can I just cross? Okay, he somehow didn't appear this time. I don't know what's different, but thank goodness. Okay. You abandon the road and walk across the suddenly grassy fields. Stars are flooding the sky. You crest a low rise and look down across the grass, offering something of a view. Look east. East, the road makes a loop past the foothills of Badubac Ridge, passing an unusual double-spiked rock formation. Look north. To the north, a wide river splashes spray up into the air. Look south. South, you can make out the tree, and that is all there is to see. You continue to walk through the dark. Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking because I do know that. Yeah. If I. I'm just thinking, is the cliff or the south road? No, I think I have to go to the cliff, right? To get to the cave in the cliff. You make your slow way across the verdant grassland. The night air is cold, the air is like ice. This, then, is the pit of the backlands. It is not as fearsome as you had expected, or maybe the sludge and grime of Kari has toughened your resolve. Indeed, in the strange magical light, it is almost pleasant. Somewhere east of the Badubac Ridge is the farmed forest of Snada, perhaps the kind of place a serpent might hide. Perhaps. Okay, return to the cliff. Once more you enter the shadow of the cliffs that surround this place. The sky is already beginning to warm in the east. The grass meadow ends by the cliff base and the carved stone steps that lead away from the backlands. Climb the steps. I don't want to rest. You haul yourself onto the first of the gigantic steps that lead up the cliff face. Halfway up. The ancient staircase, day 2. During the past day, you reached the pit of the backlands and met Shadrach the Hermit. I don't know. Yeah, we were losing some stamina. That's still okay, though. We're not doing too badly. Clamber up the carved rock, and about halfway up you pause to rest near the entrance to a cave. In the distance, the sun breaks over the horizon. You've been awake all night and are weaker for it. Look at the cave mouth. The cave is clearly inhabited. A cloth hangs across the opening. Enter the cave. Push back the cloth hanging and enter the cave. Oh, it's bigger than I would have thought, honestly. Okay, inside. Welcome, murmurs a voice from the shadows at the far end of space. Greetings. You reply politely. You hear footsteps padding forward over sand. Ooh, can we have some of the sand? Can we take some? And then a shambling figure appears, a woman with crazed white hair wearing rags of animal skin. You, she says with a quiet laugh. I had no idea I would see you again. The voice is old and cracked, and you do not recognize it. Do you know me? You ask. Of course, she replies. You have not changed a bit, where I was so young. With that, she steps forward once more, coming into the thin moonlight at the entrance of the cave. She's an old woman, bent almost double, but with shining, intelligent eyes. You do not know her face. Elthera, she says, my name. I do not know you. She cocks her head and frowns. But I know you, I am sure of it. Her eyes search your face for some pity, and her smile begins to fade. Or perhaps I am mistaken. Perhaps I do not recognize you. You reply with kindness. Perhaps, she replies sadly. It has been many years after all, she shrugs sadly. But welcome all the same. Perhaps you're thirsty. From a corner of the cave she produces a jug which has been catching water dripping from the stone. Thank you. She pours you a cup and you drink gratefully and quickly feel thoroughly refreshed. Yeah, that was good. That gave us back some you have any provisions? Can you tell me about the 7 serpents? You ask. The old woman looks surprised. 7 serpents? Suddenly her face is alive with activity and she hobbles back into the depths of her cave, returning a moment later, clicking her fingers. I have seen this. I have seen this. In the stars, about 7 serpents turns the fate of a woman, and about that turns the fate of a world. I thought the 7 serpents were stars, she points, up there. 7 serpents are real. They are most powerful, she replies. They are all but indestructible. You see one of these serpent strangers, I believe that you must run. The serpents have weaknesses. You tell her, they can be defeated. She tilts her head. Such bravery, such foolishness, she murmurs. You must know them to kill them, but to know them is to be killed by them. She shakes her head. And the whole land turns on this, so the whole land must surely fall. Why do you live in a cave? The land is lost, she replies. The very soil has been cursed, and all who walk upon it are a victim. I stay in my cave now, but it doesn't do much good, the woman coughs. You're a sorcerer, are you not? She asks. I am. She nods. There is a secret, known only to the most powerful sorcerers in this land. Sorcerers of the fortress know it, I am sure, but they have tried to keep it secret. Would you like to hear it? Indeed I would. Yeah? You reply with a nod. Althea nods in return. It is said, you see, that sorcery is unstoppably powerful. Sorcerers tell us that magic controls the world's very warp and weft. That once woven, a spell cannot be unwound. The claim is bold, but I have learned it is also untrue. So magic can be undone. Some magic, perhaps all magic, can be countered, just as the parrying blade can stop the sword. I've discovered one such counterspell already. The spell of healing opposes the enchantment of the fireball. I believe if one can recognize the spell being cast and one knows the form, and one can prevent that spell with the cast of another. Oh, this counterspell has been recorded in your spellbook. Okay, right, so... Oh. Okay. What about the most powerful spells? Oh, hello, Exo. Welcome. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Nat 20. She shrugs. I have not tested it, but yes, perhaps even the most powerful spell can be undone. As she speaks, she draws a shape in the air. A horizontal line, a diagonal, and another line. It is the letter Z. Do you have any provisions? The woman shakes her head. I do not eat, she answers. I sustain myself through passive thought. It is a pure existence. Can you train me? If you have 50 years to spend in practice, she replies with a smile. But I do not have so long, I fear. The woman sits down quite suddenly in a state of some despair. Look around the cave. You glance around the cave. Althea has few possessions to speak of, but your interest is taken more by the dust that covers the floor. Stone dust can be very valuable for magic. The woman murmurs softly to herself. I'm gonna gather up some stone dust. Does that count as sand? Yeah, you slip it into your money pouch for safekeeping. Well, you scrape together a handful's worth of stone dust between your palms and slip it into your money pouch for safekeeping. I don't know why I didn't actually in my head even read the first part of that sentence. I just somehow skipped to the end. I don't know why. Go over to her. You approach her hoping to console her, but she does not react to your presence. She does not even blink. The woman's third eye seems to glow momentarily. Okay, I guess we just move on. Step away from the old woman and look about for where to go next. And quite suddenly she grabs your leg. I will find them, she hisses, but it will take some time to search. Come back. And her eyes roll up into her skull. Oh, okay, so let's go deeper into the cave while she searches for the serpents. Stepping carefully past the catatonic woman, you make your way further into the back of the cave. A narrow passage opens out to reveal a wide space lit by torchlight. The walls are covered with scratched writing, curious symbols, and glyphs, all in the same shaky hand. A little dust trickles from the ceiling. Look at the glyphs. Intrigued by the writing, you look over some symbols. There are a mixture of star signs, letters, numbers, and shapes you do not recognize. There is no order. It is as though their scribe was desperately trying to capture as much as possible of a dream before it was forgotten. The results are quite undecipherable, especially in the near darkness, and barely any space is left. The only patch of blank stone near the base... Only one patch of blank stone near the base of the wall. Some of the glyphs on the walls are split, you notice, by crazed cracks in the stone. Cast a spell, maybe. So, what was the one? Was it just stun? Yes, perfect. You bind the starlight into shape around you, and the sun jewel in your pack begins to pulse and throb with a brilliant binding light. The glow picks out details in the glyphs and carvings of the wall, letting you read several much clearer. Oh, the bridge will fall and the river become a chasm, reads one. Read another. You find another that reads, the blood candle must not be lit. Do not eat from the larder of Throg. Can I cast a spell again? Because that seems like there's just useful tips there. And I will take any help I can get. I can cast that again. Oh. Okay, no, I can only get that much. Got down to look at the blank stone, but see nothing. It is natural rock, only remarkable because every other surface has been etched or carved. Above the blank section is drawn a rude outline of a snake, followed by a hand and 2 vertical lines. Oh. Snake, a hand, and 2 vertical lines. What could that possibly mean? Look at the cracks. As you turn your attention to the cracks in the walls themselves, it is as though the cliff itself is slowly shearing apart. One crack in particular spiders the ceiling and threatens to bring down the whole roof. Looking more closely, you see why. It is filled with a seam of some soft metal, which is slowly wearing away. Take out the metal seam. You dig at the metal seam with your sword. It is worthless tin and comes away easily. There's a noise like rumbling thundering. Stones above shift perceptibly. Quickly you put your sword away before you break the rocks down on your head. Probably a good idea, yes. Oh, jeez. Okay. Water for the throat is good. Can I cast a spell or something here? How? I mean, I'm not in danger. I don't think I need to summon darkness. That's not going to help me. Oh. Turn to stone. No. Or see the future. I don't have a crystal orb. Oh, that's just gonna be sun again, isn't it? Dust, though. Sense danger. You know, I'm just gonna leave, I think. You head back out of the cave, avoiding a cascade of small stones from a crack in the ceiling as you go. Oh, Wipeout! Thank you so much for the raid! Thank you! How was the rest of your stream? And how are you today? Hello, hello, welcome! Thank you very much for the raid. Okay, what loose did I find? Also, how will I get to come back here? In the dark chamber of night, do not light your way with a blood candle. Okay, that is good. We're given advice to not eat from the larder of frog. So, do not eat from frog. And no lighting of, I guess, red candles. I'm confused, but that is fine. Cave mouth again. I hung up in the middle of the build, so we'll start over. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh no. Oh, and hello again, Silent. You return from the rear of the cave. The light from your sun jewel pulses twice and fades. Althea is still here, squatting in one corner and walking quietly. Ask her about the glyphs. The symbols on the walls of the cave mean. She shakes her head slowly. Too much to see, no. Too much to see, she murmurs. Not enough space. Her voice fades once more. Leave the old woman to her mumblings. Okay, but I actually leave and then come back? Will I be able to come back? Step out of the cave on the stairs. The view below is quite giddying. You are one step from plunging to the pit floor. Steps continue in both directions, otherwise you could return to the cave. Is that gonna be enough time? Can I just return and hear what she has to say? I don't... I mean, I don't really feel like climbing up is gonna do anything for me except waste time. But then if I climb down... She did tell me to come back. Because usually I didn't understand a thing. Yeah, Whitebat has very good skills. I don't understand much either, but it's fascinating to watch. It really is. Okay, let's try to just enter. I don't know. I don't. Okay, she's still lost in thought. I mean, okay, I'm gonna climb up just to see what's here, also so that we spend a little more time, and then I can tie a rope ladder to cliff top. But why? How is that gonna help me? Is that gonna help me? Oh, wait a second. The wall with the blank space. There was a snake, a hand, and then two lines. But also, she said to come back later, but later doesn't necessarily mean in this time, does it? Because if I go back into the present, maybe she's carved something into the stone there? I don't know. But also, I'm thinking, because apparently thousands of years have gone by between now and the present, so if I tie the rope ladder to the cliff top, then surely that'll be very weather worn by the years. So it's not going to be safe to climb, surely, in the present. But I also don't know if I'll be able to use the rope ladder for anything else later, so maybe. I don't know. But I accomplished nothing. Oh. Well, I mean, if something broke, then that's hardly your. And it's still fascinating, because, we don't understand anything. Oh. So, there's that. It's just interesting to watch. You don't get it, but, I don't. Look across the plain. Can I get any information? You gaze out from the grassy cliff edge across the thriving plains of the backlands. Lush fields are tilled by livestock. The carts roll this way and that. Hot steam gushes from holes in the ground to the north, and you see local children jumping in and out. This place glows with humanity, activity, and promise. The skeleton land you saw before seems an impossible nightmare. And yet it will come to pass. Surely it cannot be changed. You lower your eyes and notice a flash of a blue crystal in the rocks at the edge of the cliff. Touch the blue crystal. Suddenly you're ascending high into the air. Oh no. Oh. That's giving me a war point? Oh no. But I don't want to go there. Eh? A moment later, you're tumbling downwards from the sky, the wind rushing past your face. You're certain to shatter into 1,000 pieces, and then suddenly you're on the ground once more. You're back on top of the southwestern stone tower. The beacon is lit, its polished crystal eye blazing. Ooh, so touching the crystals mean I can warp somehow? Okay. Um, do I... But Oh, I don't know what to do. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. Oh, yes, absolutely. Need to take a break and look at it later with fresh eyes. Yeah, that's always when something's just not going, you can't figure it out. That's always the best thing to do. Absolutely. You'll absolutely figure it out later. I'm completely sure. The beacon is lit. Gondor calls for aid. Yes. Oh, but what do I do? Do I... She said she would find them. So come back later, but does later mean later in this time, or does it mean present time? Oh no, meditate with Nat's calm voice. Yeah. Just so long I don't, voice any characters with screeching voices, I suppose. Although, to be fair, I tend to forget that I'm voicing, well, that a character has a voice, and I just... So, probably fine. Oh, no, hang on. The roof was about to fall down even in her time. So, if I go back there in the present... I have absolutely no idea what to do here. Okay, I'm going to... Oh. Wait, what? What just happened? What was that? Hey, I have no idea what that was, but anyways. It just suddenly changed scenes and I have no idea why. And also, the game just went down. It's fine. It's all fine. Is there a way for me to get the bridge and the tower? There doesn't seem to be. But will I be able to cross there without... Okay, I think... I don't know. Okay, climb down the tower. I don't know if... Climb down to the ground. You think back to childhood stories of Forest of Snada as you walk. An old forest, but not ancient. Lots of wild beasts and even wilder magic. Perhaps someone there can help. Or perhaps its inhabitants will only mean you ill. I mean, why would they? Can go back to the whirlpool, but I don't know. That's not really gonna do anything for me, is it? Okay, road west. Oh no 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 no. Can I fight the child? Thank him. And move on. Oh, he still swipes it. He always does that. I refuse. No. That is the one thing I will not let go of. It cost me 15 gold. I will not. No. Turn around. Thief! I'm going to... Suddenly seeing that you're... Yeah, okay, yep. Not a thief. Oh, you little... Snatch it back. But... I'm not gonna offer him a reward. He took it out of my pack. But if I don't, he will steal the sun jewel. Actually, hang on. That's not a coincidence. He steals the sun jewel every single time. Only ever the sun jewel. He needs that for something. But what? Okay, talk to him. What information can I have? What can I get? What do you know of the serpents? I don't trust him. The most strange. Magic, blah blah blah. He's a brute and beats children if they make too much noise near his cave. That doesn't sound true at all. Hates children, says they're all thieves and villains. Go and I really have to go. Why? Because he's stolen the jewel, that's why. Yeah, he's... Ugh. Nope. Nope. Will not stand for this. Oh, okay. Below the tower. If I go towards the whirlpool, will he still be there? No. He's not there. It cast a spell. Can I do something here? What? Wait. What's this? Yup. Oh, no, I don't think that's gonna help me. Yeah? Also probably not gonna help me, because even if the whirlwind is a creature, it's probably not an animal. Well, actually, I mean, if it's so if the whirlpool is sentient, even if it is sentient, that's what I meant to say. I don't think it's an animal. I don't think I can. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't have the thing needed. I don't do that either. Oh, sugar. If I had that, would I be able to talk to the whirlpool? Well, Huff doesn't help me in this situation. Ow. I mean, probably still not gonna help me. Oh, try that. No, mud is not gonna help me. Let's fight the child. Very relaxing. Look, we didn't. We just avoided the child that keeps stealing the bloody expensive jewel out of my backpack. But there must be a reason why because he specifically stole the sun jewel every single time. So that's on purpose. He is stealing that and nothing else. So I clearly need that for something. Or he needs that for something, which means I need it for something. Okay, I don't think... Okay, move on. Okay, follow the road. Don't. Please. No! I can't... Okay, hang on. What does it lets me do something. What does it do? What does it do? No. No. Oh, it's not changing the page. Oh no. This child is going to drive me insane. How important is the skull cap? Because I am fine with losing the skull cap if I get to keep my thing. Okay, so dock counters hot. Means hot also counters dock. And skull cap. So tell. Yeah, I don't have it because he has it. Okay, read the minds of intelligent creatures. Oh, but during his weaknesses, the contents of. Oh. Well. Oh, I lost that at some point. I had a black face mask. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is terrible. Probably the same person, isn't it? It's the child again, I'm sure. Ah. No. But, okay, so it looks like it's that one spell. Yeah, it's that one spell. So, reading people's minds. You know what? I'm ignoring him. I'm ignoring him. He can have it. Let it go. Okay. Please tell me. Yep, okay. Okay. It's not ideal. I would have liked to have both. But all in all, I will take losing that over take losing the jewel. Oh gosh. Oh, what if I go back to the tree now? Leave the clear road. Cut across the grassy fields. The sun is sinking and the sky is turning bruise purple. You swat at pestering flies and midges. The dead tree you saw here earlier is now a young, strong sapling. In its shadow, a woman sits cross-legged with closed eyes. Look at the woman. You watch the woman for a moment. She's breathing in and out slowly and murmuring under her breath. Perhaps she's praying. Around her neck, she wears what looks like a giant's tooth on a leather string. A fleet of long, thin birds swoop and career overhead, snatching flies from the steamy air. Steal the tooth from the woman. I think I've got 3 giant's teeth. No, just greet her. I am done. Hello, Mundle. Welcome back. Oh, bloody hell, all done for the day, so finally, teeny tiny sorcerers, how are you on this tiring evening? Oh no. I hope your evening will be less tiring from now on. I am good. Well, actually, no. I just had to lose an item to a child that kept pestering me and stealing my sun jewel. But otherwise, I'm fine, I suppose. Greet the woman. You approach the meditating woman and cough quietly. Greetings. The woman opens one eye and then shakes her head sadly. You're meant to be over there, she says, pointing a little way to the east. What do you mean? Shakes her head, opening her other eye. No matter. They tell me I will get better at divination with practice. She offers her hand. Shake her hand. Shake her hand and she laughs. How very formal. Well met. Stranger, my name is Althera. What? That's the woman! Ooh. That's... Well, I guess she's young now, but we met her as... Oh gosh. Ooh, so... Right. Lurking, by the way, I haven't played part 3 or 4 yet, so I'm avoiding spoilers. Oh yes, lurk away. No, avoid spoilers, definitely. 8 a.m. to almost 8 p.m. Nice place. Saturday to everyone out there claiming students have it easy compared to workers. Remember, we have parents. Oh no. Oh gosh. The woman, the woman, the woman, what woman? The woman! You're Althea. You demand, remembering the old woman and the cave on the cliff. You've heard of me, perhaps, she replies, blushing slightly. I'm flattered. We have met before, I reply. She nods politely. Will you sit with me for a while? Sit with her. You sit down on the long grass opposite her. She smiles at you. I need to practice my third eye, she says, tapping what appears to be a small gem stuck to her forehead. Perhaps we could play. Reaching into a pocket, she produces a handful of small stones. Swindle stones. Looks like you swindle stones. Teacher has used that name before, but that is not what we call them here. They are mind stones. Try to read your thoughts as you try to read mine while you play. I am no telepath. Nor me, but I am learning. Will you help me practice? What is the stake? She laughs. Perhaps if you win, I will give you the dice. How is that? Sure. I mean, I didn't do too well in the first place, so... Okay, let's go for... I've got 2 2s, so if we start with 3 2s. B4s. I mean, it is definitely possible that she has... I kind of want to call her, but it is very possible that she has 2 4s, in which case I would be wrong. What if I try 4 4s? I mean, it's still... you would have to have 3 4s. Not very likely. 4 2s? I mean, what are... she probably has at least 2 4s. You know what? Sure, whatever. I don't get how to play this game. 5 4s? No, that can't be. Hello, woman. You have to call her. Nothing you claim is credible. Apparently to her it was, but I definitely call her now because I have a 1 4. What are the odds she has 4 4s? So... no, I don't think so. Oh, okay, perfect. In a moment. 1 1. Oh, I'm gonna go for 3 1s, because that is true. So if she calls, I'll still win. Oh, does she not have a 1? No, yes, she does! Ah, fantastic. Okay, I was about to say, no, she doesn't even have 1, does she? But she did, yes! I'm going really mad in 4 1s. I would have lost it if I'd done that. Oh. But I was actually thinking, like, that was one of the things I was considering. Yours worked better. This time, yes. Oh, okay, I've got 2 2s and I've got 2 4s. So let's try 3 2s. Oh, she doesn't have any 2s. I should have gone for 2 2s. Aww. Why didn't I go for 2 2s? She had called me on 2 2s. That would have been perfect. 1 3. I'm gonna go for 2 4s because we have 2 4s. Call me, come on. 3 4s. What did she... Hang on. Said 1 3. I'll raise that 2 4s. He's going... He's 1 4 and you, good colonel, are dead. I mean, it just leaves us on an even footing, but yeah, this is not gonna work. I mean, I can try to call her. If I race, I'm definitely gone. So, if she doesn't have 4, but she does, yeah, unfortunately. Okay, we are... Okay, I'll bid 2 1s. Although I only have 1 1. If she calls me on that, if she doesn't have a 1, I don't get how to play this game. I'm going 1 1. 2 4. I mean, I guess she definitely has 1. I'm calling. I'm gonna lose anyways. It's fine. One 3. Okay, there's 2 3s. I mean, presumably she has a 3. Two 3, she can't win if she has the 3 then. Yeah, exactly. Problem is when I bid first, because I don't know how to do this. Did I just go 1 4? What are the odds that she has a 4? Hopefully she doesn't have a 4. 2 3s! That's not possible! She has 1, I have 1, and I know mine isn't a 3. Well, what do you know? You're challenging mine, she declares. May we play again? No more. No more, you reply, shaking your head. I'm growing tired. The odds of her having a 4 is 1 in 4. True, but still. She nods, gathering up the dice, and she drops them into your palm. Here, take these, she declares. You will have better use for them than I foresee as much. Well, take them. Maybe they can be of use to me somehow. You thank her and drop the dice into your pack. She nods and gets to her feet. I must be going, she says. Travel well and come and visit me if you will. She waves in the direction of the cliff you came down from when you entered the backland, but quite why is not clear. Then she hurries off. Okay, look at the tree. The tree is relatively young, fresh, and strong. As though it has only been planted a few minutes before, it is hard to believe this is the same tree you saw before, so tall and so very dead, but the position is the same. Okay, move on. Oh, but if I try to go back... Oh, I didn't think of that. If I try to go back to the cave... Are the dice... No, they're not magical items, so they're other items. Yeah, I can't get up there. Oh, I think I'm wasting time. This isn't good. Okay, let's go north. I hope that whatever... Oh gosh, I need to rest. That is not good. The items. That's also a reason I need to keep going, because my gosh, I am going to die. But if I rest... Okay, let's go here. We're now in the present. There is sand. The fire snake is after us. We know as much. Well, the fire serpent. Fire serpent is afraid of sand. So now that we're in the desert again, hopefully it'll weekend. I don't know. Line of the road curves gently as we follow it. Problem is, I was hoping that the dust I gathered in the cave would be counted as sand, but no, it is stone dust, so it's not sand. So I don't know if I'll be able to... I mean, is it possible that I'll be able to... Maybe I can use stone dust to turn the fire serpent into rock. Maybe? I don't know. I'm just worried about resting, because we know that the fire serpent is following us, and we know that the fire serpent is just waiting for a chance to attack. And I don't know if that's gonna be like first night I go to sleep, the fire serpent is gonna be here just like, oh, hello. Yeah, you wanna not live anymore, maybe? Wanna be dead, perhaps? That would be lovely. I don't really agree with that, but you know. Oh gosh. Okay, anyways. Leads break through the stone's crack. Soon the roadway is lost under a layer of fine dust. The moon rises, filling the world with a thin silver light. The line of this grand white road is all but invisible now. A little way off, a line shadow marks a yawning fissure in the ground. Okay, you look at the fissure. Fissure splits the earth where once a river ran. It is as though this plain were a plate dropped in celebration of an Analand marriage. The canyon looks impossibly wide. West along the road. You look west where the road heads off towards the fissure. It was clearly once a way across there. Perhaps there is a bridge of some kind of bridge still. No, the bridge is gone, unfortunately. But can I now rest? I would like to rest. I wanna... Oh. Okay. That's not happening, apparently. The road meets the edge of the fissure. The road comes to a stop at the edge of a wide fissure in the ground and the ruins of an ancient bridge. The wind roars along the crack in the ground in front of you, like a mockery of a river. You look into the crevasse. You creep to the edge of the crack and look down into it, and it seems to drop for miles, the sides plunging like a waterfall of rock. It's filled to the lip with shadow. Jump across, that's probably not going to happen. There's once a bridge here, the road runs up to it, and a few stones push out over the yawning abyss. It has long ago tumbled into ruin, and now it does nothing but give you an impressive place to look down. At least you have movement at the edge of the fissure. Some kind of long spike reaches up over the edge, bends, and hooks into the ground, closely followed by another. Okay, this is worrying. What exactly does that mean? You know what? Yeah, sense danger. Consulting the constellations above, you bind the spell and a familiar, calm voice begins to speak to you. It tells you that the creature is a lynch bug, a tough and hardy opponent whose only weakness is its soft underbelly. Before the voice departs, it tells you one more thing, that the plains at your back are dotted with steam jets. The creature keeps coming. There's a long, six-legged bug with hooked jaws and a deadly-looking sting, the size of the one you sliced from the back of a manticore only a few days ago. Ooh, okay, run for it. So I wanna run to the steam jets, yeah? That is exactly what I thought it might be. I didn't actually, at the time when I was talking about it, think it would be useful to me. Waste no more time, but turn tail and run. Creature, whatever it is out of the crack. We know what it is. We were just told it's a lynch bug. It's out of the crack in the ground and coming after you. Okay. Well, I was really wrong. It is very, 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 very useful to me now. Move back across the plain. The bug scuttles after you. It seems to move more slowly on land, but in the open landscape there is nowhere you can hide, nowhere to escape it. You almost stumble into a hole in the ground. The area is dotted with them. The creature raises its long, sharpened jaws and seems to thicken its armor-plate hide. You steel your courage at the sight, lure the bug backwards. Step slowly backwards, shouting and waving your sword at the lynch bug. It advances mercilessly, jaws slashing together. It has entered the field of steam jets. Wait. Hold your ground, letting the creature advance, moving its soft belly, scraping across a round hole in the ground. A moment later, one of the jets erupts. Hot steam punches up into the bug's chest, and it is flung twice its height into the air, legs wiggling madly. What lands a moment later is nothing but an empty shell from with a smell of cooked meat emerges. Ooh, could I have food? You poke the carcass with your sword. It is quite dead, cooked inside its shell by the steam. Indeed, the soft interior flesh looks like it might make a perfectly good meal. I drank a blimberry potion, so I don't need to eat today. But tomorrow, I have 2 rations now. Oh my gosh. Is this a good place to rest? Should probably rest, and I did want to rest. This is probably not a good place for it, but okay, sure, rest. Oh, right. You stretch out on the plain, trying to get comfortable in the bare stone, when suddenly something hot punches you in the back. You leap to your feet to find you have been badly burned by a jet of steam erupting from the ground. I am an idiot. Although I was thinking lie between the jet steams, not, lie on top of it, but I guess they are very... Well, are they small or not? I don't really understand. Because the bugs seem to be pretty big. Then why would you lie down on one? You would notice it. Maybe there's small and big ones? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, keep walking. Do I... Don't know. I don't think there's a point to go back to the cave. I won't be able to get actually up to the cave. Cast a spell. Can I cast a spell that will help me get across? Don't have a green ring. Create wind? Does that help me? You wind the stars into order around you, placing your gale horn to your lips and playing a clear tone. The wind that is summoned from the horn is strong and knocks you forward into the chasm. For a wild moment, you think it may carry you all the way across, but of course you're falling from the moment your feet leave the ground. The far edge of the fissures disappear. Okay, I just killed myself, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, go back to buy the fissure. Okay, that is not the spell. Yeah, that is definitely not the spell. That was a terrible idea. Oh, float in the air. Can I do that? And then jump across. Cannot see the far edge of the fissure in the dogwood. Such a jump be possible. I mean, my body weight is a mere fraction of normal, so maybe jump. Taking a short run up, you race for the edge of the fissure and hurl yourself out into space. I may have jumped a little bit too high. Okay, I know it's not actually. Anyways, through the air. Your feather light weight means you hardly fall, but it also means the speed of your run-up is quickly lost. You fall gently, calmly for a long way into a featureless chasm. Then, with no warning, the spell ends and you speed up. Oh. Okay, never mind. That is also not the spell. Maybe there's just no spell. Jump across is definitely not it. Move on. Okay, maybe I just need to go and do the tower. Maybe I actually need the bridge. Oh gosh, this is not good, is it? I'm spending way too long here. This can't be good. Oh gosh. Okay. Whoop. Climb the gripweed. The beacon is lit. Adjust the beam. I guess we don't get that tower just yet. Because we need bridge. Okay, so, and that's in ruins, it looks like that. So like that thing is not in ruins. If that kid is still around. Oh, please no. Because what'll he take this time? Enter the road of the rising winds. Tug at your hair and cloak. Well, that's better than the kid being there. The road curves gently as you followed it. It's hot now. You're starting to sweat under your cloak. The road has changed. Not least a large stone totem has appeared. Behind it flows the rushing river, leaping with fish and circling with birds. I'll look up the totem. The totem depicts a short, toothy creature with no hair. with several ringed earrings in one lobe. Not a god, but a god or goddess's helper creature. The type that invisibly moves sword coin side to the powers above dictated. It leers at you with two wide eyes above cursed lips. Cursed lips. Touch the eyes, touch the lips. I don't have a clue for this, do I? No. Touch the eyes. Brush your fingers over the eyes. There's no click, no sting, no sense of energy. Perhaps this totem truly is merely made of stone. The totem's eyes seem to glint a little. I feel like everything I do is just trying to get myself killed. Touch the lips. You pause, remembering the ritual of Kurga and the terrible price of incorrect worship. If this totem is a trap, the mouth is slightly open. If there's darkness inside, the lips feel slightly sticky to the touch. Yeah, sure, kiss the totem. That's... Lean down and kiss the totem on the lips. There's a quiet click, and you feel a sting at the back of your throat. Cough. You begin to hack and wheeze, hoping to get whatever has entered your mouth back out, and after a few moments, a bee flies out. Then a second bee flies out from the totem's mouth, followed by 2 or 3 more. They disappear up into the air and away towards the south, where you can see a field of flowers. You gasp with relief. The bee in your mouth did not even sting you. Try to open the totem? You look around the totem, curious to see if there's a catch anywhere to allow you to look inside, but it is solid stone, or hollow, presumably, carved from a single block. Step away from the totem and the beehive within and turn your attention back to the road. I was kind of hoping I could get some more bee wax from that, but you know what? It didn't die, and it didn't swallow the bee, so that works well. The road meets the riverbank. The sun has reached its highest point now. Out of the shade, the air is baking hot. You are met by a cheering sight. Where once this spot held ruined foot of an ancient bridge, no majestic stone arch rises high into the air as it crosses the river here. Away across. Move on. Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, I can cross the bridge. I was thinking I don't need to climb the bridge, I just need to cross it. Afternoon is starting to draw on. You cross the bridge, wary at each step that the ancient stones will collapse underneath you, but they hold firm all the way across, and you reach the far side. Now the bleak plain stretch away once more. Behind you, wind whistles through the fissure. Stop to eat, sure. You pause by the cliff edge, you eat a hunk of cooked meat and feel much better for it. Okay, let's move on. Follow the road. You carry on tramping across the endless wastes. The sun is beginning to lower and the air begins to cool. The road is barely visible through the dust. A few scattered bones litter the path. Look at the bones. You pick over a few of the bones, thin femurs, long arms, elven most likely, or black elf. The wind has scoured them dry. You stride forwards. North or east? I'm wondering if there could be a crystal here. It could teleport me, and then possible I could teleport back again? Let's go north, though. I don't know. Oh, what's the quest? Hello, Kelly. Welcome. How are you doing? Well, we're still trying to find the King of Crowns, but we also have 7 serpents that we need to catch up to and kill, because they will tell the Archmage that we are on our quest. And the Archmage will be prepared for us coming. We're also followed by one of the serpents, the Fire Serpent. So I guess the quest right now is kind of just stay alive. I don't know. I'm hoping to get some sand at some point. Which, honestly, we're in the desert, so can I not just gather some together? We abandoned the road and cut across the Bone Grey Plain, but that's why I went north instead of going towards the thing. That's literally the only reason. I want sand, but why can't we just gather some from the ground? Slowly the sun begins to make its way back down the sky. We're gonna be attacked if I rest. Continue on your way. Sounds fun. It is, yes. But also worrying. Desert sand sucks. I mean, if it can help me defeat the snake, I like it. Oh gosh. You continue across the dusty plains, keeping your eyes and ears open for warnings of danger. Days are short here. The evening is drawing in. It'll be dark soon. A small patch of stones is covered by yellow moss, similar to the one you smelled earlier. Gather the moss. Do it. Feeling bolder, you put the clump of moss into your mouth and chew. Thick yellow juices run down your chin. Swallowing the thick clump is hard, but almost as soon as you do, feel a great warmth spreading up from your stomach. Whatever this moss is, it seemed to be most beneficial. You march on. That healed me, so that's pretty good. There is something over there. And there is that... I can go southeast and go there, though. But I'm a little bit curious about what that is. Okay, let's... Because that is where the tower would have been. Walk for half an hour across the endless plain, watching for signs of life. There are none. Clouds rumble as they roll across the dimming sky. Soon it'll be dark. We're climbing up a low rocky rise. Not a natural outcrop as you first assumed, but rather a pile of large carved blocks over which the dust of many ages has blown. Search the rubble. You peer in between the larger stone blocks and shift a few smaller ones out of the way. You see nothing, and then a glimpse of blue shines through. A gem. Yes! Small lizard scurries out from between the 2 fallen blocks. Okay, that is what we want. Reach for the blue gem. You try to squeeze your hand into a crack in the stone to reach for the blue gleam of the crystal, but it is still only just visible under a heap of larger stones. You cannot get close enough to reach. Cast a spell. If I could make myself big now, maybe I could remove some of the rubble. Oh, I can. Yes, grow in size. You wind the stars into order around you. For a moment, it seems nothing will happen. Then you suddenly begin to grow to 3 times your normal size. In my pack for something useful? You open your pack and look for something you can use to knock the crystal free. Use my sword. You draw your sword and slip it into the cracks between the stones. The sword manages to reach the blue crystal. Maybe you could flick it free, though it might damage the blade if you do. But better to do... It would be better to find a stick from somewhere. I mean, I can use the Analan sword. Because I have the other sword, so I'm not using this one. You use your older sword rather than risking the broadsword. Slipping it down to the crystal, you nick it a few times on the stone, but eventually the tip touches the gem. You knock the crystal into a gap between stones where you should be able to reach it. Take the blue crystal. Gradually, you shrink back to your normal size. Touch the blue crystal and suddenly you feel yourself ascending. 8 times your normal size. You do know that kills any human being basically immediately. Okay then. Look, this is magic. It's fine. It's enlarged. Why does the berry not like sand? Look, It's rough, course, and it gets everywhere. I would imagine. Okay, yes. Interestingly enough, I cannot go up there, but I can go back here. Um, so adjust the beam. Adjust the beam so that this is in the beam. And then touch the blue crystal. Okay, yes, that worked the way I hoped it would. Okay, here we go. It does get everywhere and it can't grow on it. This is true. That would be difficult. You plummet from the sky. It takes a moment for you to regain your breath. Incredible. You're atop a stone tower which did not exist before. In the northern plains of Badu Bak, set into the floor here is a bearing track on which a brass cylinder rests. Blue crystal is set into its length. Look at the contraption. To waste no time in turning your attention to the contraption on the rooftop. The cylinder is similar to the one you saw earlier, although this one is slightly narrower and about a cubit longer. On one side of the turret floor is a trapdoor which is closed. Okay, adjust the beam. So this one, I don't really know where we want this. That fixes that bridge, so that's probably a good thing. This one is longer than the other one. I can set that there so I can go back there. Okay, open the trapdoor. You turn attention from the beam to the trapdoor on the floor. You need to get down from here somehow. The trapdoor has an iron ring for a handle. You give it a sharp tug, but it doesn't move an inch. Pull it again. Twist it. Twist it again. Okay, give up. Don't even have a keyhole. Tie the rope ladder to battle, man. Okay, touch the blue crystal. I'm wondering now, can I, because, I still can't go back there. I guess that's at the very end of... Okay, I'm gonna go back here. I don't know if I'm just wasting time. I am very aware of the fact that there is a time limit to what I'm doing. I climb down the tower. I know I can... Okay, I should find a place to sleep. So I guess I'll get the option to rest here. No. Just make a move. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, we'll go back. At least hopefully go back to... Still don't get the option to rest, which is interesting. Although... Yeah, resting isn't really what I want to do, is it? Because I can rest here. Okay, sure. Close my eyes. Find a little foxhole and scramble inside. The burns in your body make it hard to get truly comfortable. At least you've eaten already today, so you do not need to eat again to avoid hunger. Strawberries that grow on sand. You can see them on beaches. Ooh, I didn't actually know that. That's interesting. It's been a while since I've been at the beach. I miss swimming. Oh, yeah. Although I've never been too fond of swimming in the ocean because I freak out whenever something touches my legs. And I mean, it's usually just seaweed, but I don't like it. It's creepy. Oh, you lie back down and try to forget your troubles. You feel quite safe here and you do not dream. Oh, this is not good. I'm spending so much time here and I'm not actually getting any, but we weren't attacked, which is interesting. Oh, no, hang on. I did the wrong thing. I thought I could move on also going back up. We climb the steps. Love swimming. Yeah, swimming is fantastic. I love swimming as well. Not in the ocean. Oh. Okay, move on. Enter the cave. The cave is a shallow neat... Ah, yeah, but I mean, I will already know this. Has enough time. I mean, a few... Step aside the walls. She's still lost in thought. Okay, so we just wasted time doing that, I guess. Okay, leave the cave. Nothing seems to be different here. So I'm gathering then when she means... Okay, well... Oh, is there not Oh, the gem isn't here this time. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we could only use the gem once. But yeah, going back for her does mean... Oh, wait, jump? This doesn't seem safe. I didn't read, I just thought I could walk, but no. Huh? Okay, well, anywho, move on. Oh, actually... Go that way, because I just want to go back to the bridge and the other place. I'm not resting here, that is. Yeah, I'm not falling for that again. Wait, the... Huh? Climb up the bridge? I'm so confused. The bridge isn't actually there, though. I forgot that I moved the thing. Move on. Okay, touch the gem. That's what we want to do. Climb up. Okay, so yeah, when she said come back later, that means going to the present. But I don't actually... I don't have a way back up, so I guess whatever clue... In the present, I don't have a way. Unfortunate. Swing over the edge of the tower and climb down the rope ladder to the ground. Outside. Clamber down to the base of the tower. Try the door. Try the door is locked, but still, at least this tower has a door. Can I cast this? I know there was a spell to open doors. I don't remember what it was, but I remember that there was one. Okay, nothing beginning with an R. Stop? I remember casting Dock. Yes, stop. Good. Craft the spell and the tumblers inside the tower door click. Then a moment later, they roll over completely and the door swings open. Okay, move on. Go inside. You step through the tower door into the cool shade within. Who knows how long it has been since anyone set foot inside? Base of the tower. You stand in a wide, cool cavernous space. The roof disappears up above you, dimly echoing your footsteps. The air is musty, perhaps undisturbed for centuries. The room is filled with a thin, sickly smell. Ew. Search the room. Search around the edges of the room, but can make up very little, almost total darkness. This tower's are windowless, and anyway, it's dark outside. Okay, so that probably doesn't help, but we have ways to fix this. Done. There we go. Okay. Now we can look around. Look around the tower in the light from the jewel. You make out strange shadowy shapes that climb the stonework. The shapes seem to recede from the light. They are dark vines, plants that only grow in unlit places. Form a thick matting across the ceiling. Search the room. Instead of going through the hatch, you use the light to poke around the corners of the room. You find little of interest until you stumble over what appears to be an old traveling pack. Why kick it? Open it. You open the pack and are surprised to find the brand of Analand Leatherers inside the top flap. Digging inside, you find 3 stoppered vials. Purple, brown, yellow. Purple vial. To lift the purple vial and shake it in the lift. The liquid inside is thin, but shines slightly. You recognize it, of course, Blimberry. You put it into your pack. An excellent fight. Okay, that's very good, yes. Examine the brown vial. The brown vial contains a thick oil that you do not recognize. The water serpent can be defeated with oil. Smell it. Oh. You unsupper the vial, a heady, woody smell fills your nostrils. This is an essence of bark. A good thing you did not try to taste it. Oh. Well, I guess I'll keep it anyways, but that is not what I needed. Put the essence of bark into your pack alongside the purple vial. Examine the yellow vial. Yellow liquid is thin and sour looking. The vial has a mark on it depicting a serpent. Ooh. Maybe that is the oil for the serpent? I don't think I want to taste it, but I'll keep it. You put the yellow vial into your pack. It is a poison, and so long as you're careful, it may come in useful at some point. And you close the pack, satisfied with what you have found. OMG, liquid berry. Yep, it is indeed. Cut down the vines. Climb to the top of the stairs and hack at the dark vines that grow across the ceiling. They begin to drip a thick, oozing sap on the floor of the tower. Keep cutting them. You slash again at the vines across the roof, uncovering the underside of the hatch you saw earlier from above. It is bolted shut. The sap now covers your hands and arms. It begins to cool and solidify. Wipe away the sap. Try to wipe away the sap, but succeed only in covering your hands with it more. You can feel your clothing becoming stiff and inflexible. Remove my cloak. Oh my god. Pray for it. You attempt to remove your cloak, but in doing so, the sap seeps between the cloak and your tunic and down into your boots, and you feel it hardening up. Moving your arms is not difficult. You're turning into a statue. How do I keep getting myself killed in every possible way? Pray for aid. Nothing seems to happen. Okay, cast the spell. No. Oh. Keep rocking, I guess. Falling. Oh. That's not how I thought that was gonna end, but okay, that works. Good thing you didn't drink it. Oh, I have drunk more than one. I think I've drank like 2 or 3 vials of blimberry juice. So, yeah, that's my rations. They are my rations. They are how I survive. So yeah. Um, Open your arms wide to raise a spell before you can craft your magic. Your arms set into position. Your magic fizzles away around you, and you are left like a statue, both arms raised above your head. You're now trapped, stiff, covered by a solid casing, and something, a breath of wind perhaps, make you begin to rock on the spot. You're dangerously close to overbalancing over the edge of the stairs. Throwing your weight to one side and then the other, you begin to tip and finally manage to overbalance, toppling off the staircase. You tumble to the floor and the amber casing around your body shatters. You're free once more. Honestly, I thought that would go way worse than that. Smell the air. Take a deep lungful of the stale air, smelling something sweet and musty that takes a moment to place. It is the smell of tombs, graveyards, and crypts, but it's not decay. Then you place this. This is the smell of darkvine, thick climbing plant that grows only in dark places. Thankfully, is not harmful unless eaten in very large quantities. I don't know. It seemed to be pretty harmful when it somehow made me, into amber rock or whatever. Okay, rest here. I guess eat my rations, yeah. She's cheating on me with other berries. For all the times I poked you in the meat game, meaningless. Preposterous to the jailberry with her. Look, we have to survive, and we do that with the blimberry juice. That's how we survive. It has to be done. This is a calm, sheltered place to rest. You should be protected from the elements and from creatures about them at night. You've eaten nothing today. Taking the joint of roasted meat from your pack, you fill your empty stomach and try not to think about what you will eat tomorrow. When you stretch out and rest, you're protected here and your rest is untroubled by dreams. This is so not good. So not good. Oh, so. Okay, open the trapdoor. Okay, I'm gonna go to the top because I want to take untie the rope ladder. I'm gonna take that with me. I may need it later, and we can now just use the trapdoor. So we'll leave. Okay, let's go north. Over here. Ooh, no, I should have... Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna sneakily... sneakily rewind to there. Otherwise we're just gonna untie the rope ladder again. And then adjust the beam, because I need to do that as well, because that's not going to be helpful. I'm guessing I probably want this so that we have that bridge. Although, that doesn't actually give us the whole bridge, does it? I can keep it like this. Okay, hold it there. Okay, now we make a move. Yep. Okay, north. You continue across the lush grassland. Birds wheel overhead. The light from your sun jewel pulses twice and fades. The air stirs a little, still cold but fresh. In the middle of a tended field, you come across a lone hut. Look inside the hut. Peering through the grimy windows of the hut, you see a stooped young boy sitting by a fire, squatting on the ground intent on something, perhaps drawing symbols in the dust. Enter the hut. Push open the door, the boy jumps to his feet, grabbing at a crooked stick. This isn't the kid that kept stealing from me, is it? Who are you? The boy demands, the stick in his hand, solid oak and raised, ready to swing for your head. What do you want with me? That stick down before I beat you with it? Oh my gosh! Let's go for I mean you no harm instead. I mean you no harm, you reply, trying your best to sound reassuring. But who are you? The boy demands. I am a traveler. Plains are wild and empty, the boy replies. You must be tired. He risks a smile. Please, he says, gesturing inside. Come and share the fireside. It's all I have, but you're welcome to it. Drops the stick by the hearth and gestures in welcome. And thank you. You nod to the boy and take a seat beside him. The peaceful atmosphere and gentle warmth is most restorative. Where are you from? You ask. Hariyama, he replies, in the foot of the mountains near the long bridge. Ask about the 7 serpents. You know of the 7 serpents? The boy looks blankly back. Is that a story for children? If so, I've never heard it. There aren't any serpents around here anyway. No serpents at all? None, the boy replies, laughing. Because of the mongoose, obviously. He looks genuinely surprised at your ignorance. You really are new here, aren't you? The boy lifts his crook once more, but uses it only to poke at the fire. Enough talking, I guess. You nod your thanks to his boy for the fire and stand. Be seeing you, stranger, the boy replies, and if you see my goats, send them this way. You leave the hut. Oh, that's where he's from. That's... Oh. I kind of want to know what that is as well, though, so let's go there. I'm worried about how much time we're spending, but also I want to see everything. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? The moaning winds finger at your pack and sword. You walk through the wide fields, thick with crops. A few goats graze on low hillocks in the land, watching you with beady eyes. These seems to be rich, far richer than the villages west of Kare. It seems impossible that it could ever become a place as desolate as the Backlands. Look around. Actually, hang on. I'm just gonna quickly just... I don't trust anyone. Okay, that's fine then. Looking south, you see the tower. Further in that direction, the river rushes through the plains. Okay, that is all. Right through the long, swishing grass. Then, from somewhere close at hand, you hear a voice. Someone there? Got no water? Have you? Look for the speaker. Turn around on the spot, but there's no one else in sight. Grassy plains stretch endlessly away. Where are you? You call out. I can't see you. Aha! The voice declares. Thought I heard someone. Down here, please. Any food you have, water, anything. Someone very small, perhaps. Hopefully not another damned Minimite. Look in the grass. You hunt through the long grass. Warmer, calls the voice. Getting warmer. Approach the sound. Approach the source of the sound, though you can still see nothing through the long grass. And suddenly the voice yells, Watch out! Careful! Look down sharply to see a face staring back at you. A head is sitting in the mud just by your boot. Greetings, declares cheerfully enough. Do you have any water? I'm dying of thirst. It's a head in the mud? Is it only a head? Like, is there a body down in the mud? What are you doing down there? You ask. The head wiggles his eyebrows, perhaps the equivalent of a shrug. Stole one too many goats, he replies. Kar is a great place, but they don't take well to goat stealing. Gets their goats, as they say. Gets their background up. How did you steal a goat? You ask, thoroughly bemused. The head frowns. I don't want to send you down that path, stranger. It doesn't end well. The talking head looks sorrowful. Listen, do you have any water or not? Give some poison! I don't have any water. I don't really want to give away my Blimberry potion. I can get you some. You say cagily. The head cracks like tapped egg into a smile. That's very interesting description of a smile. Bless you, stranger. You've got a good soul. Well, good souls. Oh gosh. What do I get in return? Ed wiggles his eyebrows. All right, the head replies, somewhat annoyed. But I'm not sure what I can do for you. Have you heard of the Seven Serpents? Ed frowns. I want to lie to you and say yes, it replies eventually. But I won't. I've never heard of any serpents, and seven sounds like a lot. There's a shiver in his voice as he speaks. I want to know what you are. Ed looks confused. I thought I told you. I am a thief, but they caught me. Ed looks thinly. Ed smiles thinly. Look, can't keep talking or I'll die of thirst. Enough questions. I've learned all you care to learn. This creature clearly knows nothing of the seven serpents. I'll get you that water. Not like I'm going anywhere, the head replies. Could that be a well? I don't know where to find water. You walk for half an hour across the prairie. As the sun climbs towards its zenith, the winds pick up. Nearby you hear the sound of hammers on stone. Follow the sound. Approach the sound to find a group of workmen erecting a scaffold. They ignore your approach. As you approach the scaffold, you're stopped by a large Svin wearing a metal helmet. Stay back, the creature says. Big rocks, high up. What are you building? You ask curiously. The seventh beacons. This one prevent collapse. Saying things in the cloud mountains. Also make the weather nice. He turns to glance over his shoulder and shout incomprehensible insults at a group of workers when we're clambering about in the upper reaches of the frame. How does a beacon prevent avalanches? You ask, the Swin shrugs. Magic is magic, he answers. We all know. This high, this wide, this strong. Strong enough to hold elephants. The rest is them problem. He jerks a thumb in a general eastward direction. Why would you put an elephant in a tower? He smacks one side of his head in reply. Not elephant. Heavy ass, you stupid. Oh my, okay. Scaffold sits in a deep pit in the ground, which is being used to hold foundations. Oh yeah, they're building another tower, aren't they? For another thingamajig. But I guess that one is never actually built. Or, well, maybe it is at some point, but it also crumbles to dust, I suppose. And we don't get to use it anyways. Stand back. Stand back as directed, and the foreman nods his appreciation. There's a crash from the site, and the Sven turns around and roars, stomping back towards the construction. Follow him? You follow him curiously and see one of the bamboo supports is bent and buckled under the weight of two Sven, who are now clinging on like spider monkeys above the pit below. The Sven to whom you were talking is scratching his belly and trying to work out what to do. Help them? Step forward intending to assist and realize you do not know what to do. Two creatures are some height up and swaying violently back and forth. The leader is scratching his chin. Thinking hard. Slice the bamboo in half. How is that going to help? Look around the site. Take advantage of the distraction to walk around the site and poke into the materials they have in their stores. Mostly as you expect, bamboo, hardwood for cutting joists, and various hammers, chisels, and laths? I don't know. There is to be stonework that must be arriving later. Behind all of this is a small metal box with a catch on the lid and a gourd of water. Take the gourd. Take the gourd and test the water inside. It seems fresh enough, and it is presumably belongs to one of the workmen. Put it in your pack, remembering the parched head in the fields in the east. Open the box. You squat down and open the box to reveal a small blue crystal. It is currently dark, but looks very similar to the ones you have seen previously on the towers. Ooh, this is probably why it never works. Oh no. Checking to ensure no one is watching you, reach out to pick up the crystal. As your fingers brush the surface, it flashes. You find yourself rising into the air. That's not exactly what I intended, but hey. Go back to the head. Yes. You fall from the sky, you're back on top of the tower. Yep. I was hoping I could take it with me since it was dark. I was hoping it wouldn't be effective. But it definitely was, I guess. Oh well. Okay, let's go northwest. Make your slow way across the verdant grassland. Mid-afternoon haze makes the air uncomfortably warm. Clatter of wheels make you turn your head. A cart is approaching, driven by a broad figure in a long cloak. Greet the figure. You step into the cart's path and raise a hand. The figure raises a fist in return. Stranger, calls the figure, do you want blood? What manner of blood? You call. The cart driver booms a cheerful laugh. All kinds. Okay. All kinds. She throws her hood and waves towards the back of the cart. I am the butcher of Badubak. Steak of elephant, blue hide of snaracat, ribs of goat. Stomach rumbles at the thought. What do you fancy? The driver gestures with a brandished cleaver to the back of her cart from which a thin river of blood trickles. That does not seem good at all, but what do you recommend? We don't have anything. She considers that for a moment. The snaracat meat is the rarest, of course, she says, and if you've never tried invisible steak, then you should, just for the experience. It disappears from sight the more you eat it. Bah. Elephant tastes the best. Buy something. I'll buy something from you. She beams with pleasure. What'll it be? The elephant steak is 7 gold pieces, blue hide is 10. Things are bloody and raw and will be no good without cooking. That is too much. I will not actually pay that much for food. That is too much, you lie. No, that is too much. I really feel like that is too much. The butcher nods sadly. And I wish you well, traveler, but I am no charity. Wave her on. Will not buy today, you declare, and wave the butcher on her way. She nods. Very well. Travel well, stranger. With that, the butcher whips up her oxen and rolls away across the plain. Honestly, when she asked if I wanted blood, I thought I was being threatened. But, at least we weren't threatened. In northeast, that's where I found the head, wasn't it? Look for the head. Are you there? You call out. Down here, replies the head. Find it in the grass. Did you bring water? Please say you did. Give water to the head. This is so weird. Is it actually just the head? Open your pack and take out the water gourd. The head follows your every movement with insatiable curiosity, then it throws back its upper jaw in excitement. You squat down and pour the water into its mouth. It coughs and splutters, drinking to clear its mouth, but not wanting to stop. Wonderful! No, wait. Wonderful, it declares. You have no idea how wonderful. That'll keep me going, another day at least. Dig up the head. I'll get you out of there, you declare. The head jiggles. That would be a great idea, it agrees. I'd be more grateful than you can imagine. Dig in the mud. Scrape into the mud on either side of the head with your hands. There seems to be some kind of a neck below the chin, which goes down into the ground. Are you seriously going to dig me out with your fingernails? The head asked, because that's gonna take a long time. Cast a spell. What spell can I cast that will help me dig out this head? Well, that probably wouldn't. That probably wouldn't help, would it? Oh, I can grow in size. Weave the constellations into a pattern around you, quickly swelling to the height of a tree. The head gasps in shock. Stamp on the head. Oh my gosh, dig up the head. With fingers the size of shovels, you tug away at the clods and earth that are around the head to discover it is in fact a man buried up to his neck in the ground. As the spell fades, he clambers to his feet and dusts himself down. Blessed Thraff, he breathes. I can hardly believe it. Turning to you, he lowers his eyes in solemn acknowledgement. I am quite clear. I owe you my life. I will repay the debt any way I can, though I have little to offer. Gradually, you shrink down back to your normal size. Thinks for a moment. Perhaps marriage will be of use to you? Marriage? Marriage, you demand, startled. To you? He shrugs. I've got better prospects than circumstances might suggest. Can I actually marry this guy? And also, what would be the... How would that help me? He is... No, that could only be bad things to me, because presumably when I go to the village, if I'm married to this guy that's stole enough goats to get buried up to his neck, I doubt they're gonna be all that nice to me, are they? No. No, you reply very simply. He nods. Very well. Pats down his pockets. I have nothing to offer you. I can search him. I require information. He shrugs. I've been buried in the ground for some time, but I tell you what, I'll go back to Kariyama and find out what I can. If we meet again, I'll give you the meat of it. Acceptable? I should rebury you. Acceptable. He nods. And so, we're quits. Be well. Then, with a flamboyant wave, he takes off across the field at a run. After a few paces, he seems to trip on something, but he quickly gets back up, apologizes to something you cannot see, and is gone into the midst of the backlands. Oh my gosh, this is a field full. He tripped on another head, didn't he? Oh, jeez. Okay, right. Well, that's lovely. Okay, yeah, let's just go towards Kariyama and hope that we don't stumble on any heads. How many have they buried like that? Oh, that's weird. You walk on across the prairie until you meet the edge of an old road. The sun is now in the lowest quarter of the sky. Well, towards the village, because that is where we want to go. Okay. Path winds up through low foothills towards an open area in the mountains. As you approach the foothills, you see a wooden palisade. Spiked trunks planted to form a fence with a single gate. From beyond comes the sound of chatting and banter. This must be the village the shepherd boy mentioned. Okay, look at... Well, no, just go in. You don't want to skirt around it. I want to enter the village. You pause on the other side of the gate, one hand on your sword hilt should anyone be foolish enough to spring a trap, but nothing untoward occurs. Look around. The village is a small collection of wooden huts built into a basin with the mountains at its back. In the center is a fire pit surrounded by tables and benches. Several groups are sitting and eating. Okay, let's go inside. Pleasant smells drift over from the kitchen hut. Darkness closes in. You should find a suitable spot to sleep, especially after traveling all day without food. Lee, how much will this cost me? Enter a large hut filled with mattresses. It seems to to be not an inn, but a communal sleeping place. Few people are asleep already. So I can just lie down? You choose a mattress and settle down. You lie for a while with your eyes closed, listening to the murmured conversation of other people in the hut. Amid sundries about village life, one in particular stands out, a young girl murmuring to her friend. At least one of the tunnels is still open. Oh, keep listening. Don't be a fool, Mia. Why would there be tunnels? So the goblins can come in? I'm telling you, I saw one. I went in. Another voice nearby hisses at them to be quiet. Keep listening. Show you tomorrow, the girl hisses. You'll see. And appears to shrug. And the conversation ends, but you are tired and have had enough of eavesdropping. You let yourself rest. You have not eaten yet today and you have no provisions, only 3 vials of blimberry juice. Drink a blimberry potion. You open a blimberry potion and gulp down a mouthful. You feel somewhat improved and your hunger is abated. You close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. You seem guarded here, and you do not dream. Okay. Sun rises through the flaps of the hut, and the girl and her friend wake quickly and begin to make their way out of the hut. Follow them. Follow them out of the hut and through the northern gate of the village. Two girls make their way up an overgrown path that leads out of the village to a rocky outcrop behind. You make out a gloomy tunnel mouth. You follow at a discreet distance. In there? One of the girls say. Why did it go in there? Just bolted. After a rabbit, maybe? The girl called Mia replies. What should I do? Keep listening. Can't go in, the first girl says firmly. There are things in there. But Kitty, Mia complains. What if she's hurt? Approach them. Step out of the bushes and stride towards the two girls. They stop and stare, clearly terrified by your appearance. You've lost your dog. You did say Kitty. Okay, sure. You've lost your dog, you suggest. The two girls stare a moment longer, then burst into a fit of giggles. Are you a tramp? One asks. What are you wearing? The other demands. Are you some kind of fancy nun? I am a traveler. And a poor one at that, the first girl remarks carelessly. Well, I don't really care about them anymore, but I'm gonna... Yeah. You nod to the two girls and approach the tunnel mouth. Are you going to get my dog? Mia exclaims. She's very small but very friendly. Say you will. No, I don't really want to, actually. I don't really want to at all. They were mean for absolutely no reason. Approach the tunnel mouth and lift away the covering of vines. The passage descends dank and dark into the bowels of the mountains beyond. Go inside. Mountains overhead create an imposing sight. You walk as though into an ancient tomb. Even the air smells musty and old, but there is a breeze on your head. Does that mean there's a way through? Huh. I mean, there does seem to be, yeah. Oh, you can hear a dog. Below ground. You make your way slowly through the narrow entrance and into the cool dark of the tunnel. You hold out a hand and feel your way forward. Cast the spell. I'm gonna cast. Oh. You rise up your eyes, but it seems this deep below the mountain, the presence of the starlight cannot reach you. You are powerless. Oh. Hold on. Make a move. Huh. I didn't realize. I thought I could cast stun in here. You stumble onward, squinting in the gloom. The tunnel winds on a steady course with occasional branches that leads to dead ends. It becomes clear this is not a natural cavern. Wooden pillars line the walls, creaking under weight of stone. Test the pillars. You test one of the pillars for strength, applying a little pressure. It responds with a crunching, cracking noise, and dust rains down. Ooh. And a spill, that's not good. Okay, press on. Move slightly forward through the darkness. Being careful not to lean on that pillar, you keep one hand on the wall to your left and allow it to guide you. Then your foot strikes something hard, not a rock, a length of metal, perhaps. Reach down for it. You reach down and feel for the object. A long metal spike with a wooden pole at its center. Pickaxe! Someone has been mining down here. A few steps further on, you collide into a wooden wall that reaches from knee height to neck height. It appears to be on wheels. A minecart, then. Feel inside the cart. Reach over into the cart, hoping to find some treasure or valuable metal, but it is empty. There's not even any discarded rock. Push the cart. You push out the cart, but it must have been there for an age. It moves an inch, and then the wheels stick fast. The squeal of rusted iron echoes in the chamber like a scream. Move on. You inch on through the darkness, moving more cautiously now. Make your way slowly through the dark. Soon your hand feels nothing but air. Side passage. Oh, at the passage. Empty darkness leads in 3 directions. Pray for protection. You close your eyes and raise a prayer to the gorilla. Nothing happens. Have you been forgotten in the dark? But as your eyes adjust, you notice something dimly glowing at the end of the side passage. Move towards the glowing object. You edge down the passage, your footsteps muffled by thick sand. Ooh, can I collect some sand? You trip over more abandoned broken tools, and you are close enough to see a curved golden object pointing from a pile of rubble. This is the source of the light, which is pulsing softly. Beside the pile of rubble are 2 large shapes that looks like jars. Get a closer look at the artifact. You edge around the jars and try to get closer to the artifact. It is a horn. The dim glow makes the rest of the cavern dark, and you trip and stumble as you approach. Whatever it is clear it is infused with magic. It must be quite valuable, but it seems to have only been halfway freed from the rock. The walls feel smoother in places, like you're feeling a built wall instead of a tunnel. The ground here also feels different. Grab the horn. You grab the part of the horn that protrudes from the wall and pull, but it is firmly stuck. Try to yank it. You haul a little harder and it comes free suddenly, sending you sprawling back across the floor. Look at the horn. You waste no time in examining the horn. It is hard to see any details as the glow blinds you in the darkness, but you do make out some blocky script carved in a language you don't recognize. The horn is also slightly warm to the touch. And you're about to stand when you notice the nearest clay jar wobbling. It rocks back and forth faster and faster, then the lid shoots off. Cover my head? You cover your head, but the lid strikes the low roof with such force it turns into powder. But the real danger is just beginning. Sand rushes out of the jar with tremendous force, whipping around the cavern, tripping you to the ground. Scramble backwards across the ground, trying to get away as the sand forms into a whirlpool-like shape. 2 deep black vortices appear in its sides and roam easily across the surface till they reach the top. From there they swivel, widen, and seem to focus on you. Cast a spell. Oh, right, no, yeah, it doesn't do anything. Of course, I remember. Look about for something to use. Throw it at the creature. Grab the axe and toss it at the creature, but it passes straight through. Then is sucked back inside the vortex almost immediately. The axe swirls around inside at violent speeds before being smashed to pieces and spraying in all directions. The sand vortex is very close now, just cornering you the pillar. Looking around wildly in the dark, you can't think of anything. You take a few steps back and feel hard stone at your back. This is how it ends. Probably, yeah. You cover your head expecting the fatal blow, but before the creature can strike, the tunnel rumbles with a holy vengeance. Rocks crash down from the ceiling, burying it. You've been saved by the gorilla, but the rumble is still there. Few more boulders crash, narrowly missing you. The tunnel is collapsing, with you in it. Okay, run! You dodge aside as rocks crash down around you. The creature is close behind. The ceiling caves in at your heels, burying it. In your haste, you trip over a broken cart, and the glowing horn goes flying. It lands nearby, but the tunnel is still rumbling. Grab it. You leap towards the horn. Landing on your knees, you reach out, but not before a massive rock slams on it, grinding the horn into powder. Okay, well. Whatever secrets the miners were looking for will have to stay buried now. There's no time for disappointment, though, as the ceiling is still caving in. Roll left. You wince as the ceiling crashes down, missing you by inches. Dust settles, and you can't hear anything. There's no turning back. Now you're trapped in the dark. Oh, wonderful. Oh no. This is not going according to plan at all. Strike the light. In pitch darkness, whether it is night or day, is impossible to tell. The air is freezing cold. Your tinderbox can provide a spark. You look through your pack for something to catch light. Burn the king's message, yeah. Take out the note from the king of Analand and light one corner. But it will not burn for long. In the firelight, you can make out rough rock walls and bent wooden supports. The passage leads down into the dark. The tunnel curves away out of sight. Looking back, however, there is nothing. The rocks have tumbled down. The remains of a wooden support is just visible under the rubble. The ground is covered with feathers and mud. It must be the nest of some winged creature. Your heart leaps with fear. What if it's a manticore? Take a feather, sure. Take one of the feathers. In the dark, you cannot make out the color. Yellow, perhaps. The sound of something groaning echoes down the tunnel length. Follow the tunnel. The passageway curves and bends. The going is long, with tight squeezes and sharp turns. Then finally, a chink of daylight appears. You have found the tunnel mouth. The shadow by the opening, you notice something. A large crystal object. Look at the crystal. You lower the burning note to the crystal to examine it. It is a larger, roughly cubular, with jagged surface and long spiked base. The form is familiar, but it takes a moment to place. This is a gigantic crystal tooth. Am I just in a creature's mouth? Is that what this is? I'm gonna leave the tunnel. Yeah. You hurry gratefully out of the tunnel into soft, damp air. Where are you now? I do not think. I wanted to take the crystal, but the way I see it, right? If that's a tooth, and we heard some sort of groaning. I can't speak. I mean, it just sounds like a really bad idea to try to yank someone's tooth out if I'm inside the mouth, yeah? Who knows? Maybe that would have been super useful to me, but, well, we'll never know, so it's fine. Emerge blinking from the underground tunnel and find yourself on the edge of a vast, deep marsh. From the position of the sun, you can see her on the other side of Badu Back Ridge. Sputtering, the blazing note burns out, leaving nothing but ash. There's only one way forwards, into the mud. Oh yeah. I wanted to spend more time in the village. I thought I could come back. Oh, what foolishness. Anyways. Into the marsh. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Silent. The ground underfoot turns to slop until you're sinking a few fingers deep with every step. The thick smell of rot and decay fills the air. Look around. The marsh is endless, bleak and grey, filling the valley between the ridge and the horns of Ilklala, like slop filling a prisoner's bowl. Long grasses waft and shiver in a chill breeze. Things move in the water below. From somewhere close at hand, you hear a crashing noise and a cry, but you can see nothing. Wait. You wait to see if the noise comes closer, but it does not. You cannot even place which direction it came from. Just the marsh with my sword. You draw your sword and spike the ground on either side. Some areas are quite shallow, but others seem to sink a good depth down. The ground here is clearly treacherous. You keep up your pace, hoping the ground will grow firmer further on. Okay, well, at least hopefully we're testing the ground so that it doesn't get too dangerous. You wade on through the marsh, which changes to firmer earth beneath your feet. Trees grow up around you. Suddenly you find yourself in the forest once more. The mid-afternoon heat floods the valley. Dreams loom around you, twisted and old. There were forests in the Shamatanti Hills, but nothing in comparison to this. The forest is ancient. The forest of Snada is ancient, and it is a maze. There are no roads through it, only twisted paths and dead ends. But who knows what secrets it may hide? The forest is beautiful in its own way. Water drips down the leaves and along twisted vines. Birds flutter through the bracken-like canopy. Everything is moist and damp. The path is winding and frequently disappears. Perhaps it has been made by animals and not by people. Climb a tree for a view. Yeah, sure. Find a suitable-looking tree close at hand and swing yourself onto the lower branch. From there, it is reasonably straightforward to climb up into the canopy. You reach the top of the tree, but there is no view. From here, you can see nothing more but trees. Nothing but more trees stretching away into the distance. The only exception is to the south, where an enormous broken stone arch rises a dizzying height into the air. There's little else to be done up there. Climb back down. You make your way carefully back down to the ground, but halfway down, one of the branches cracks under your weight. Cling on! Cling on to the branch overhead as your foothold disappears. For a moment, you're dangling free. Swing to a branch. Moving like a monkey, you swing backwards and forwards until you have enough arc to try and catch another branch with your feet. You hook yourself into position and then move one of your hands closer until you are steadily placed once more. Climb down! Waste no more time in the tree, but scuttle as fast as you can back to the ground. Yes, good. I like being the crown. The question is, I've traversed so much of the land and I haven't seen a single serpent. That really worries me. That really worries me. Okay, well, we need to go back down here, I think. So that's the goal. Hit the ground, grateful to still have your neck intact. Near the foot of one tree is a broken branch and a slightly bruised bomba fruit. Take the fruit. Bomba fruit are particularly nutritious, and this one is in good shape despite its fall. You pick it up and put it in your pack. You march forwards. Okay, we have mouth. We have mouth. We have food now. I read south and somehow, I don't know. Walk on between the trees. The sun is beginning to lower. The air begins to cool. Something massive looms between the trees south of here. You're still some distance from the shores of Ilklala. The voyage you must take across its waters to Lower Zaman. Keep going south. I have a very, very bad feeling about how this is going. I'm gonna be honest. Follow what might be a path and might be an old river through the trees of the forest. Slowly the sun begins to lower in the sky. Standing in the shadow of some colossal stone structure that rises from the trees and disappears into the clouds. Continue to walk. Oh, it's the bridge, is it? Oh. Things rustle in the branches all around. The sun begins to dip, heading down towards the horizon. You emerge into something of a clearing with a stone pillar at its heart. Not a tower, but one leg of an enormous arch. Who would have built such an incredible thing, and how long ago was it done? I'd say a while ago, considering the state of it. The trees are thinner, replaced by climbing weeds and shrubs that grow in and around the broken stones of the bridge. You make your way to a point where the path splits. Now look up at the arch. You crane your neck back to look at the stone pillar. It's made of bricks, each one a normal size, but thousands upon thousands in number. They climb up into the air in a stack no wider than the tree, but 3 times taller than the tallest in the forest. Look higher. Then almost beyond what you can see, the stone begins to form a curve branching into the beginning of an arch. But the rest of the arch has crumbled into ruin, and this single leg is all that remains. The pillar might be climbable, but otherwise several paths lead into the trees. Don't think we want to climb the arch. I mean, if we climb the pillar, we might actually be able to go back there because, well, actually, no. There is a blip here where I'm not sure. Yeah, the bridge is kind of not existent there. So that's not gonna work. Head south, head west. You know what? We're gonna go west. E. You head west following the line of the bridge into the trees. Okay, so we're about to head into the forest of Snada. Which apparently, as a kid, we heard some grim stories about that place, so that's probably a bit worrying, isn't it? But we're actually going to end it there for today. I'm sorry it's a bit of a shorter stream, but I can just feel that I've got a pretty big headache coming, and I'd rather that didn't get worse. So I'm gonna end it there for today. Let's see, who can we raid? Is there anyone? Does anyone have any suggestions on someone to raid? Maybe. It's been a while since we've had suggestions. Well, taken. I don't know. Been a while since I've asked. But I don't really. Oh no, they're crying. Oh no. Oh, let's see. I do need to find someone to raid. Oh, actually, you know what? Speaking of musicians, they're actually not doing music right now. But yeah, here are some musicians for you. Wipeout if you don't already know them. You might. They are fantastic. But like I said, they're not actually. They're playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land right now. But it's just giving them a follow if you like music, because they do some singing and they are very, very good at it. They do more than that actually. But yeah, lovely, lovely musicians. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry it's a bit shorter than usual, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we will be back with D&D. That'll be fun. So yes. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. And if not tomorrow, then I hope to see you soon. Bye bye for now. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye.